weather goes, maybe 2 inches at my house. Oh, I know what Fester's doing, and that is on my list of things to mention here at the top of the show. We'll get to that in a second.
All right.
So in our area up here I'm going to say Hillsborough County, at least where we are, and we're all fairly close to each other. Fester, you're in Lutz. Froggy, you're in town in Compton. I'm in South Tampa.
Country.
Roxanne, you're in West Chase.
The country of West Chase.
Yeah, I had maybe 1 3/4, 2 inches at my house. I put out a bucket, just to kind of, because I was, seriously, I put out a bucket. And maybe over the whole day, the previous night and day, yesterday, maybe 2 inches of rain. And listen, my place needed it. Sarasota, you got places with 9.5 inches of rain.
A lot of rain.
There was some number I saw where during a 1 hour period yesterday that Sarasota, maybe around the St. Armand's Circle area, like 4 inches of rain in an hour. That's pretty nutty. That's some crazy stuff. But the rain amounts, Dennis Phillips, he texted me, and I think where he is up in Palm Harbor, I think he said that they had close to 7 inches, like 6 and change. So you had some pockets here in the immediate Tampa Bay area where you had some heavy rainfall, but then you go 5 miles south and you had, a fraction of that. So anyway, the weather nuts, it continues today. But again, when you look at the radar, for instance, right now, like the heavy, thick training bands of rain are further south of us. You got some junk rolling across like mid-Pinellas County right now,
Right.
like a little south of, probably in our zone. I had a little bit of sprinkle when I just rolled in probably half an hour ago. When I first rolled in around 5:30, I had almost like some varying spray intensity. I don't know. You guys all just rolled in literally 2 minutes before the show opened.
Yeah, we had a little sprinkle during that time as we ran in.
Well, the rain will continue today, but the heavy banding like Sarasota and then right across into like Highlands County, like Sebring, like just a further south concentration of the actual moisture. All right, so, the weather, clearly, the top of everyone's minds. And, we're going to have, again, rain all day, on and off. We had periods yesterday, here in Pinellas and Hillsborough County where, we had chunks of time where it wasn't raining at all. So anyone notice any flooding? And not even close to any flooding on my street. It was like a normal, just summer rain, no real sunshine.
Just a rainy day
but
for most of Tampa
for the
area.
most part, you're right.
So.
All right, but nothing significant in your neck of the woods, guys, right?
No, it wasn't even a conversation piece at dinner with my mom.
Gotcha. Your mom was at dinner last night?
We went to her house for dinner, and no one was like, hey, how about that rain? It wasn't even a...
Did Doug make it, or was he golfing somewhere?
No, he was there.
Oh, he was there? Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
All right. Fester's in mourning.
It's not mourning as much as it is taking a stand against one of the biggest cultural issues of our time.
This is shocking. This is shocking news. Is there even a reason to tune in now to the Nathan's hot dog eating contest on July 4th?
What are you doing? What is the matter with him?
What contest?
What's on his face?
Fester
Why
is
do you
wearing
look like that.
Fester's wearing a hot dog hat. If you're watching MJTV right now, Fester is wearing first of all, I've never seen this hat on you. It is a red, white, and blue baseball cap, and it has a standard hot dog with mustard on top.
This was my birthday present to myself. I was saving it for a special or a symbolic occasion.
When the hell was this? When was this hot dog hat a birthday present
my
to
birthday
yourself?
was a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And Allison's like, what do you want? And I was like, you know what I really want? And she's what? I was like,
tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
I want this baseball hat.
I want a hot dog hat.
That's different. That's different.
It's
And
cool.
then the glasses. Are you in mourning then? Is that what that signifies?
Listen, I don't want the enemy to see where my eyes are going this morning.
Fester's wearing, those 99-cent junk glasses they sell at like a truck stop?
Yeah, this is nice.
It's the dollar store, and it's $1.25.
Okay, I'm sorry, $1.25. So Fester walks in. The minute he walked in, I'm like, I know what you're doing, dude. And in fact, look what's right here in my hand. Literally in my hand right here in the opening. I just dropped it on the floor. In the opening pile of today's show, Joey Chestnut is out of the 2024 Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest in beef over vegan Franks. Apparently, he signed a deal with the Impossible Meat folks for their shrub dogs or whatever. Shrub.
That's it. Yeah.
Shrub.
What?
Plant-based meat dogs.
They're lawn clipping dogs.
Yeah.
So the whole vegan plant-based food and burgers, and I guess the Impossible company has an Impossible hot dog which is made out of plants, and he signed like a 6-figure deal to represent them.
Yes.
Oh.
And Nathan's is freaking out.
Yeah, I mean, what's Joey, the hot dog eating champion, doing signing with vegans? Like that doesn't seem
Whoa,
right.
Whoa.
Now, guess
whoa.
what?
Right?
You know the expression "money talks" and bullshit.
Yeah, but now he doesn't have a contest to be in.
Walks.
He's
Yeah.
bigger than the contest. Let's get.
It's good
Okay.
for the contest. It's better he's not in it.
Yeah, let's get things straight. This is the this is the biggest sporting news story of our time.
Yeah.
It's not even fun to watch when he's in it.
This is the biggest news since Kobayashi robbed a bank.
Yeah.
Oh no! But hold on, he didn't rob a bank. What did he? He was involved in something weird.
What?
What was the Japanese dude?
Yeah.
Before Joey Chestnut,
Kobayashi, yeah.
Kobayashi was the other hot dog eating champ, and he was involved. What was the scandal on him?
I don't know, but Kobayashi and I did a little wing eating contest. He was my partner in a wing eating contest.
You were his wing woman.
Yes.
What
I don't know. What did he do?
What did he do? There was something weird with Kobayashi, the hot dog eater. See, Roxanne, see if you can search that quickly.
Okay, I'm looking right now. I found him. I found his Wikipedia page.
Look under controversy or scandal.
Okay.
Scroll down because he was involved in something weird, if I'm not mistaken. And if he retired, I think recently. There was some
Contractual dispute and Nathan's famous ban. Here it is. July 2010, Kobayashi announced he would not compete in the Nathan's competition due to the company's insistence that he sign an exclusive contract. He was in attendance watching from the crowd, wearing a black T-shirt that read "Free Kobe." And he mingled with the crowd.
I thought there was something else.
Okay.
I don't know that I heard that he was running a drug ring out of Japan.
No,
or
I
anything,
never
or-
said that.
Maybe I'm something.
Maybe I'm conflating. Anyway.
Yeah, that's all I can find on him.
I might be conflating. All right, now here's the deal. Joey Chestnut, two schools of thought here. That dude is a monster. He's a machine, and people tune in to see if he gets higher or lower than his previous attempts. But some could look at it this way, that it clears the path from some others or for some others. But Joey Chestnut is such a force and a personality as well. Is it going to make it just dull?
Was it last year when he tackled that guy that ran up on him?
Yeah.
He's
a badass.
One of the animal rights protesters ran on last year.
Oh, and now he's with the vegan company.
Yeah.
Look at those switch of the
Yeah, now he's going to be kissing those protesters.
Yeah, exactly.
There's nothing to do with protesting.
But he put a protester in a headlock that stormed the stage yesterday in the middle of the guy. He's chewing on hot
Busted
dogs.
his ass up.
And then he throws the guy to the ground.
So many angles on this.
What about the announcer guy? He doesn't have the whole Joey Chestnut buildup. That the dude in the straw hat, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the biggest event. That guy's got to be bummed out.
Yeah, for sure.
And then remember, we've got the local couple. We have the local woman and the local guy. Is that going to open up the field for him? What are their names? Roxanne,
I know their names. I have her number somewhere in my phone, I thought. What the heck? Mickey
Sudo.
Yes, Mickey Sudo and her hubby.
And what's the husband's? Nick Weary?
That's right,
yeah,
Nick Weary.
They're local. I think they're from like Pasco County. I think
they live up in Pasco.
Yeah, like Newport Richie or something.
This is a very big story.
I just get rolling, folks. This is a busy Wednesday. Don't move. We're just getting rolling. Let's dip into the crack next. Here on the MJ Morning Show, 6:10. Let's grab traffic with Pat. We're back in minutes. Don't move. On a Wednesday morning, more rain on the way today. Again, it seems the heavy crap is south of us. And, of course, we've got many listeners in Sarasota and Manatee counties, but Sarasota and then inland into like Highlands County, they really got the heavy training yesterday on the weather. Just unfreaking believable. All right, 6:22, and I mentioned crack. Multiple times, moments ago, I discussed that we would be delving into the crack. Now, which crack am I talking about? Am I talking about butt crack? Am I talking about crack cocaine?
Yeah.
Given the current news cycle, would anyone like to guess which particular crack that we're going to delve into here briefly?
Yeah, I would say the crack that you consume, the illegal drug, given the current news cycle.
Right.
That's what I would guess.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, say that again, please. Andrew was talking in my ear. Say it
Given
again.
the current news cycle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on. And?
She thinks it's crack cocaine.
I think it's crack cocaine. Yeah.
So you think we're going to... And hold on.
But your clue was given the current news cycle.
Right. So why are you going, no.
I don't think it has to do with...
No.
Listen, given the current news cycle, which was your clue, crack cocaine's been a thing since like 1980.
No, but it's a specific news story.
Why would I say we're going to delve into the crack?
Hunter Biden?
Yes,
Yeah.
dude.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
It's the current news cycle. Duh.
Oh, making sure. I don't know.
Duh. Yes.
Crack is whack.
Yes. I mean, talk about unprecedented. And we've really, last couple of weeks, just unprecedented stuff. You know, the Trump verdict in New York in that trial. Then the president's son, the current sitting president's son, on federal trial. And all of the things that had come out in this trial, and then, of course, Hunter Biden being found guilty. What did the jury deliberate for 3 hours?
Is he going to jail?
Well, I would say probably not. You know, there's a lot of latitude in sentencing.
Can he be pardoned by his father?
He could, but
Oh, sure.
But Biden says that he's not pardoning Hunter Biden.
I do
Now,
not pardon you, son.
He probably doesn't remember he's his son.
well, here's the deal.
Roxanne.
You know,
Right.
hold on. The election is coming up in November, right? So the president is not going to. Hunter Biden might not even be sentenced by the time the election rolls around on November 5th anyway. But he wouldn't pardon Hunter before the election.
No, he wouldn't do that.
If Biden won, I would think he'd pardon him pretty quickly after that. Or if Biden loses in November, that he would pardon Hunter before he left office on January 20th of next year. So yeah, just chew on that for a second. But really what I want to talk about here is just the craziness and all of the crack talk during the trial. And Hunter Biden is one screwed up individual.
He likes to party, and he's stupid because the prosecution actually used his memoir as evidence.
Yeah, and I was about to bring up some of the things from the memoir, and I mean, some of this stuff is crazy. From his memoir, Hunter Biden, you know.
His memoir?
No,
Yeah, beautiful things.
Memoir?
I said memoir.
No, I'm saying he has a memoir? Who gives a crap about this guy?
He wrote a book.
Is his life that crazy? Oh, I guess it might be.
It's pretty crazy. I mean,
He wrote a book
Crazy
called
stuff.
Beautiful Things, a memoir. So
God.
he wrote, it was a couple of years ago. This book came out, Hunter Biden, Beautiful Things, a memoir. And one of the passages from the book, quote, I spent more time on my hands and knees picking through rugs, smoking anything that even remotely... Can I finish the sentence?
Sorry, he picks up a big piece of pretzel salt.
I
gotta smoke this.
Let me
Sorry, guys, sorry.
read the
Paint
quote.
chips.
I spent more time on my hands and knees picking through rugs, smoking anything that even remotely resembled crack cocaine.
Oh, my God.
I probably smoked more Parmesan cheese than anyone you know. So you're not too far off from salt from pretzels. No, but the the stories and what came out at trial. Like one of his former girlfriends testified during the trial that he was smoking crack every 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of crack.
He would visit a homeless camp in Los Angeles hoping that he could score some crack there.
Yeah, where else would you go?
When his dealer fired him.
Really, where else do you get crack?
That sounds like a pretty legitimate plan B, Roxanne.
Yeah, his own drug dealer broke up with him, so he had no other choice.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, drug addiction's a terrible thing. There are people listening right now who have had friends, family members, maybe themselves, who went through addiction. It's a tough thing.
Yeah.
And I really support any program that would help somebody beat an addiction. It's a tough thing, and I do have empathy. There's no doubt about it. Another quote from his book: when I was not quite a year sober, as I worked on the early parts of this book, crack remained the first thing I thought about every morning when I woke up.
Damn, how awesome is crack?
There was Froggy. There's a reason why in the early days of crack, back in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
That the crack dealers, that they would roll through some of the inner city neighborhoods, they would give out free samples of crack.
Well, that's how you get them hooked.
That exactly, get people hooked, and
It was
then
a Sam's Club model.
then they become customers, like the free sample
Yes,
ladies
free
with
samples.
the hair nets.
The Costco lady.
Yeah, they
right
had
there,
they had little stands set up with hair nets, and then little plastic cups.
little plastic cups
Yeah,
here.
little sample cups.
Kids would come up and say, "Well,
Man.
ask your parents first."
But can you imagine during the trial, and Hunter Biden found guilty on all 3 federal felonies. And, for those that don't know, he bought a gun during his drug-fueled addiction times and lied on a federal form. When you buy a handgun, there's a federal form called a 4473, and you have to check all kinds of boxes, and you have to attest to the fact that you're not a convicted felon, that you're not on drugs. And he lied on that form, and that's what came back to bite him. Anyway, he was found guilty with this jury of all 3 of the felonies. And if you add everything up, he could face 25 years in prison. That's not going to happen. If I were to guess, he's going to get probation. But this is a weird... there was something else I read. What was that?
Was it that his ex-wife had to check his car for drugs before letting their daughters use it?
No.
That was
but
pretty shocking.
I remember hearing that. No, it was about his...
Was it about, I wonder whose baggie that was in the White House? Let me use my powers of logic to try to figure that one out.
Well, the joke was...
Oh, Roxanne's really up to speed on the whole Hunter Biden thing.
Hey,
You're really passionate. You really don't
hold
like
on.
this guy.
What I just thought of... I read something. What I just thought of, and I don't know. I don't think I'm conflating. I don't think I'm misremembering. Roxanne, are you on Google?
Yes, I'll go on it.
Go on Google right now.
Okay.
This Hunter Biden's a piece of freaking work.
But I mean, didn't we all see the pictures of him? The guy's a freak. Remember the photos?
This is just weird stuff. All right,
The guy's an addict.
Are you?
Yeah. I know. But I mean, like, he does freaky things.
Are
under
you
his
on
addiction.
Google?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to give you some search terms, and I don't think I'm misremembering. Type in Hunter Biden. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Penis.
No.
On my computer.
Roxanne, come on. We're up against
Seriously?
the clock. Yes. Type Hunter Biden and then New York Post. I think I saw this in the New York Post.
It's going to probably block me. No, there it is.
Is there a story that comes up?
I would like to say I wasn't the first one to say that.
Hold on. Is there a story? Is there a story that comes up?
There are plenty of stories that come up.
New York Post.
New York Post. Hunter Biden attributes his, the word you just said, obsession to body dysmorphia.
Click on that. Click on that.
Okay, I'm on it. Yeah.
First of all, what is the date on this thing? Is this like a couple of years old?
This is.
What's the date on that story?
August 6th, 2022.
All right, so 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. All right, read.
Okay, Fester, when you so chastised me about he's a drug addict, and I said the guy's a freak because he takes all these naked photos all the time. That's what I was referring to. This story addresses Hunter Biden offered an odd explanation for why he takes so many naked selfies in a rambling notes found on his infamous hard drive.
What else does it say? Just read the story verbatim.
Okay.
And I thought I remember reading something crazy that he said.
Okay. His obsession with naked selfies is a result of his body dysmorphia. I loved to be reassured that my I don't want to read this. This sounds too.
Come up with a different word.
Hold on,
for it.
what does it say? I forgot. What does it say? Just tell me what. Just read it.
I love
the
to
word
be
with-
reassured that my 9-inch, very large, was actually big. It may sound funny to you, but it's body dysmorphia. I know my blank is almost twice the size of an average man's.
What?
This guy's a nut job. Fester, back to my point. This guy's a freak.
I thought.
I'm sorry.
That's New York Post, right?
Yeah, this is New York Post. These are his words. Yeah.
What
so
are you censoring? What do you?
She doesn't want to say
I
the
don't
word
want to say
penis
the. I
over
don't
and
want
over
to say
again.
the word.
Sub the word banana.
Yeah.
Just say banana.
My
Right.
9-inch, very big banana was actually big. It may sound funny to you.
A 9-inch banana is
it's
gigantic.
But it's body dysmorphia. I know my banana is almost twice the size of an average man's banana.
Oh, I'm tired of Hunter.
Isn't it?
I'm just
right?
saying this is freaky
he's a kook.
stuff. This is nutty stuff. I mean, I thought I remembered it. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't like making crap up.
No.
Yeah,
No.
that story's like almost 2 years old.
Yes.
Yeah, this guy is. Oh man!
Is that our only political segment for today?
Well,
It's not political. It's human interest.
Yeah, we don't do politics on this show.
No.
This is not,
It's not political.
We're not doing politics.
He's not elected to any office.
What was I thinking?
He's a private citizen.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, so the Hunter Biden story. But we're in crazy times. The president's son convicted? I mean, this never happened before.
Look, if Ivanka did something like this, we would have to talk about it,
All
right?
right. Yeah, who are listen. All right.
Ivanka. Never.
6:33 at the MJ Morning Show. How about some early? How about we lighten things up with a big dose of early morons in the news next?
No. Let's talk more about how Hunter Biden got his dead brother's wife hooked on crack.
And 9-inch bananas.
9-inch bananas.
All right, 6:34. Early morons in the news next. On the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Absolutely no shortage of morons. 6:42. Oh, we're running late. Oh, we went long in the last segment. That's why. Running a little late here.
Oh, boy, did we go long. 9 inches long.
Oh.
Really, Roxanne?
It's real low
You're,
hanging
you're
fruit.
the you're the one that made me Google that story. Okay, moving on.
I didn't remember the full details of the story. I just remember there was something freaky about Hunter Biden. Anyway, moving along here on the MJ Morning Show. Early morons in the news. You know what? If you're going to be cruising around the villages in a golf cart and run a stop sign, make sure you don't have methamphetamine on your golf cart. I mean, how bad? I guess we could relate this back to the Hunter crack stuff, but you're tooling around on a golf cart and you've got a bag of meth with you on the golf cart? I mean, what the?
Keep your little baggie next to your golf balls.
Yeah, let me introduce you to Marjorie Martinka, 53 years old, was driving a golf cart in the area of Teakwood Trail. I just love these stories that come out of the villages. And ran a stop sign, according to the arrest report. A Lady Lake Police Department officers saw her run the stop sign. You know, what is this with people and golf carts? Enough people treat stop signs as optional anyway. I mean, with regular cars, but people that are driving these golf carts all over neighborhoods and on the regular roads, do they not think that the laws apply to them? And I'm going to tell you right now, in my neighborhood, and when I walk 20 to 30 miles a week in my neighborhood as part of my exercise regimen, I see a lot of crap in the neighborhood. And the amount of people that just cruise through stop signs, there are like there are like 4 stop signs in my neighborhood that I can guarantee that the car that's coming is going to run it. And I got to make sure that I'm not like crossing, because they'll run me right over. They'll just mow me right down. What is it with people thinking that stop signs are optional, that it's like a suggestion?
You know, I think people live in a community long enough, they know they think they know what the traffic patterns are. Like, I could coast through it. Nobody's coming. I can see down the block. Nobody's headed this way.
Well, maybe that's what Martinka thought.
Marjorie, I thought you said.
Well, Marjorie Martinka.
Oh,
that's her last name.
Marjorie's one of those trick names where she could be like 18 or 88.
Yeah, she has previously been arrested for drunk driving while operating a golf cart.
Okay.
And now she's got meth on a golf cart.
There's your photo, Fester.
Yeah.
Wow.
A canine unit was summoned to the scene, and the dog alerted on the golf cart, signaling the likely presence of drugs. A clear plastic baggie containing 1.80 grams of meth was found under a towel in the golf cart. A glass pipe was also found in the golf cart.
I mean, yeah, you need the glass pipe.
Jeez, I mean, really? So you're cruising around with meth on a golf cart? You know what's amazing is
What?
when you tool around town, you're driving, your car's next to you, you have no idea what the backstory is on those people.
Yeah, I think that to myself sometimes. Like, where are you going?
You know,
What's going on?
I live pretty straight.
You ever do that?
No.
Where are all these people going? You never do that?
I lead a pretty straight and narrow life, but the people that you come in contact with, who the hell knows what's going on in their life? Who the hell knows what's in their car?
Yeah.
Meth, crack pipes, all kinds of crap going on.
I felt that once, and I looked over and it was Froggy. I'm like, oh, what the hell's he up to?
And then here's another one. Jeez. I don't know what's going on. And these are both Lady Lake. I like the name Lady Lake. Lady Lake, Florida. Here's another dude arrested walking around his trailer park naked.
Nice.
Isn't this America?
Rolf Braun, 73 years old, was arrested and charged with exposure of sexual organs and resisting arrest after the incident at the Recreation Plantation RV Resort in Lady Lake. Ever sell any units up there, Fester?
Listen, the Village is a very popular
I'm sure it is.
RV destination.
Mr. Braun was showing off his unit.
Yeah, this happened on Sunday, shortly before 1:30 p.m. Police responded to the RV park in reference to a male walking around nude. A couple of witnesses said the man, later identified as Braun, allegedly walking around the front of the RV lot completely nude. An officer made contact with Braun at his camper. Braun answered the door wearing a T-shirt as shorts. What?
I do that sometimes.
With his genitals exposed through the neck part of the shirt.
What?
Excuse me?
How high are they?
You heard me.
That doesn't make any sense.
Was it a
anatomically.
An officer made contact with Braun at his camper. He answers the camper door wearing a T-shirt as shorts. With
as shorts.
Yes. He pulled a T-shirt up over his legs.
Like the armholes were the legs, where his legs went.
And the neck area, his junk is just hanging out of the neck area of his T-shirt.
What a genius way to wear a T-shirt.
I hope it catches on.
Look, guys, I wear a T-shirt probably every day in one capacity or another. I've never thought about turning it upside down, putting one leg into the armholes.
Yeah. Then he became belligerent when the cops were talking to him. He was taken into custody. Officers handcuffed him. During the arrest, Braun told the police, this is according to the police report up in Lady Lake. Braun told the police that, quote, there are nude beaches in Florida, so why can't he be nude in his neighborhood?
I see the logic.
Oh, as of Monday, he was still being held in the Lake County Jail on a $2,000 bond. What the hell is going on? A double dose of Lady Lake, Florida today.
Good for him. I mean, good for him to invent a new way to wear a T-shirt.
I mean, I think it works. I think it's unisex. I think women can wear their T-shirt that way too.
Yes.
Nice and breezy.
Yeah. No issues.
No shortage of Florida morons in the news, folks. 6:50 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Fester, somebody sent you a text and you neglected to bring this up on the show. Something came up recently on the program. A listener texted you on your personal phone, 813-310-8444, and you neglected to bring something up. Also, yeah, okay, sure. Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care. Whatever it is, this will be fine.
Also, is it expired? Have you renewed it? Fester's got a little situation going on here. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I got a sitch.
Yeah, Fester's got a sitch going on. So we got to delve into Fester's personal life and look at the lifeline as well. Coming up in just a moment. Don't move. It'll all make crystal clear sense. I want to know what you're going to do. Are you going to leave the wife and kids high and dry?
I may just roll the dice on it. I don't know.
Hang on a minute. What are we talking about? Find out next. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Carpet. beautiful Wednesday morning, and looks like I got some sun here in St. Pete. Look at this. You know, I'm looking, the window's all fogged up. There's all kinds of condensation and moisture with, you know, the temperature, the humidity, the rain that we have had. But, man, I'm seeing some sunshine. I don't know what's going on down in Sarasota where they had, like, close to 10 inches of rain at St. Armand's.
Yeah, it looks like it's raining right now and like down toward Cape Coral.
Yeah, so more rain on and off today with these bands. And I got to be honest, you know, no major issues where I am in South Tampa. I mean, nothing. It was like just like normal summertime rain yesterday. You know, kind of socked in and yeah, kind of gloomy the whole day, but it didn't rain the whole time. I think we might have had maybe from Monday night and then all day yesterday, on and off, I think we might have had 1 3/4 or 2 inches at my house. That's good. My lawn was like, I'm thirsty, water. So, I mean, it was great for my lawn. Now, the folks that got like 6, 7 inches of rain up near, Palm Harbor and, northern parts of Pinellas, maybe a little too much for them. And certainly, 9+ inches of rain in Sarasota County down in St. Armand's, but hey, I got some sunshine.
Would today be a good day to
Poking
go buy
through.
weed killer and put weed killer on your lawn because it's supposed to get rained in, right?
I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm not a weed killer expert.
Can you get Hollywood on the line?
Yeah.
He'll tell me.
I haven't seen him in a long time. All right, Fester's life or death matter in just a moment. One other thing, I got a bone to pick with you. How the hell could you not tell me?
I don't know.
Do you remember we were talking about the chocolate fountain? Why were we talking about the chocolate fountain at Golden Corral? Because a woman was the whole family is having a Golden Corral family buffet extravaganza. And one of the relatives, like a woman like in her mid-20s, goes into labor and has a baby at the Golden Corral, had no freaking idea she was 37 weeks pregnant.
Right.
How the hell does that happen? And so we're talking about the buffet. We're talking about the chocolate fountain. Dude, this guy texted you at 813-310-8444.
Yeah.
He sent me a direct message on Instagram, which my DMs are open, folks. If you ever want to reach me, I am so easy to get a hold of. If you've got hot gossip, you got some information, you got something you need to tell me on the down low, whatever, you can get a hold of me. My Instagram DMs are open. Certified MJ Radio. If you don't follow me, give me a follow on Instagram. Certified MJ Radio. Or you can email me, mj@mjmorningshow.com. This was a direct message, DM. I texted Fester, Golden Corral no longer has the chocolate fountain for customers to use. They will coat strawberries and marshmallows, etc., themselves, and put them out on a tray for people to take. The fountain is not even out for viewing any longer.
Whoa.
You would think COVID killed the fountain.
You would think.
Video killed the radio star.
People sneezing in it.
COVID killed the chocolate fountain, right?
Didn't you find glasses in the chocolate fountain?
No, I found glasses in a pot of soup at
soup.
At the Kids Cafe at Midvale.
That's quite a find you had there. It's like when I find something magnet fishing.
It's like soup magnet fishing. He's exactly right.
Oh, man, that was a crazy. My kids still bring that up. They still think that's the funniest freaking. You know what? I think I took a picture of it, and I think it's buried on my social media somewhere.
The weirdest thing is that the guy just left him there. Like, why don't you dig him out with a spoon for glasses?
Folks, the craziest thing. Quickly, before I get into Fester's life or death matter. So, my kids have been skiing since they were 2. At Vail. We've been going to Vail for years and years over Christmas. And this is probably 10 years ago, somewhere in that vicinity. And the kids were in ski school. I'm out skiing all day. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to hang with the kids for lunch. And the ski school, they all go to a place called Midvale for lunch. And lunch is included when you buy the kids the ski lessons, when they should for the amount of money they charge. But I meet the kids at the Kids Cafe, and you know what? I'm going to have a bowl of soup. So they have, the little salad bar set up. They have those soup canisters, the stainless steel tubs with the little metal top on the hinge and the ladles inside. So they got 2 soups. One was vegetable. I'm going to have a nice bowl of vegetable soup.
Sounds hearty.
So I grabbed the bowl.
He's got
and
a
I
ski.
grab the ladle, and I decide I'm going to dig deep. I'm going down.
Get the good stuff.
I'm going down because I want just the chunks of veggie, that's settled at the very bottom. So I'm dredging. It's like I'm dredging the canal for a body. All right. So I've got the ladle all the way down in this vat of soup, and I pull it up. And sure, I got a whole bunch of vegetables in the ladle. I also got some ladies' glasses. There were a pair of eyeglasses came up. I'm like, what the living F is going on here? And
It's a weird vegetable.
I'm just thinking of nose crud on the bridge of the glasses, earwax on the arms going back, and
the back of the ear.
Yeah, the back of the ear with all that ear cheese going on back there.
You have to really clean back there. Every time you shower, you should really be scrubbing behind those ears.
Oh, my God, and these glasses. Who in the kitchen drops their glasses and doesn't fish it out? Or even worse, what kind of Momo is working in the kitchen and lost their glasses and has no idea where they are? I'm like, what the? So I'm like, you know what? I don't think I'm going to be having this vegetable soup. Grotesque. So, yeah, Froggy, to answer your question, yeah, it wasn't the chocolate fountain that I had an issue with. It was.
So what do you have an issue with Fester about?
Oh, well, no, I'm pissed at Fester that when we were talking about we were talking about Golden Corral, and this woman who had no idea she was pregnant and drops a kid at the Golden Corral. She was 37 plus weeks pregnant, no idea. She's with her family, and that's why we talked about the chocolate fountain.
Yeah. Okay, so what?
And the listener texted you immediately that the chocolate fountain is no longer an option at Golden Corral.
That's what you're mad about?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that is what I'm mad about. Because when listeners take time to text Fester some valuable and pertinent information about the subject matter we're talking about, dude, bring it to our attention.
Let's get spit straight right now with all the listeners. Everybody's listening. Let's have a little family meeting.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
A very unreliable way to get us information is just to text it to me.
What?
That is the least reliable way to get it.
I have a problem with that because on your voicemail, you actually say a better way to get in touch with me is to text me.
I didn't say better. I didn't say best. I said better. Better than leaving a message is to send a text.
You know what? Everybody
hold on.
texts
That's a
Fester
good
right
point,
now.
isn't it?
No, let's listen. I'm calling Fester's.
You'll leave a message, but the fastest response will always be through text.
Right.
Oh,
How
look
vague
about
is
that.
How vague
Look
is
at that. Look at that. That's your cell. 813-310-8444. That's your message.
If you leave me a message on my phone, I will never reply back to you. If you leave me a text, I might. Hence, making it the fastest, but still not speedy.
I think that's I think you're overselling that on your message. Then I think you should change your outgoing message.
Why don't you change your outgoing message?
Let's move on now. Let's talk about Fester's life or death situation.
I got serious problems, not the Golden Corral and some DB saying, I texted Fester.
Hold on, you're calling the guy a DB?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Well, he's snitching to my dad. Dad, I told your son that the Golden Corral doesn't have the chocolate fountain anymore, and he didn't tell you, so...
Are you looking for advice? When you sent me this little note, were you looking for advice?
No.
Listen to what Fester sent me, and this is the life or death matter. Fester wrote me a note.
I prefer to call it a narrative.
10 years ago, I bought a $1 million life insurance policy for about $1,600 a year. I thought it was a pretty decent deal considering as a very reasonable possibility of me dying in my 40s.
What?
Now that I'm in my 50s, Fester just turned 50. Remember the unbelievable manatee cake that the cake girl made for Fester? If you didn't see the manatee cake, go to my Instagram. Go to Certified MJ Radio and look at and this is Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Scroll down and look at the manatee cake that the cake girl made. So Fester continues, now that I'm in my 50s, my policy is due again, and they want to charge me $6,000 a year for $1 million. I'm not sure if that's a lot of money or not. a lot of money. Maybe I should go. Hold on. What do you mean?
I talk to text when I send you messages.
What is this? You're rambling in here.
Well,
I'm not sure if that's a lot of money or not a lot of money. If your policy premium is going from $1,600 a year to $6,000 a year, yes, let me help you with that. It's a lot of money.
Okay, right, but I don't know if it's a lot of money for my insurance risk. I mean, the risk changes too. I mean, they insured a 40-year-old back when they gave me that first policy.
What is the dilemma? So you're trying to figure out whether you spend. Listen, any way you slice it, your premium is going up, right?
Yeah.
From an actuarial standpoint, you're obese. You're not the best of health,
right?
Smoke cigars.
Now you hit 50. And you can't check the non-smoker deal because you're whenever I pass you on the road, when we both leave at the same time, you get the big old cigar in your mouth and you're driving.
That's true.
In your micro.
Yeah, right.
So I guess you're contemplating, do you spend clearly an exponentially increased amount of money on a life insurance policy, or do you leave Allison and Hudson and Hadley all high and dry?
Do I spend $60,000 over the next 10 years?
You're not going to be here anyway.
Yeah, dude, he's going to be.
Maybe.
Fester
No,
is
I'm saying if he dies, he doesn't have to worry about it.
I'll be out anyway.
How many people have that attitude? Listen, I'm not going to be here. What do I care?
Well, I mean,
That's awful.
I mean, that's awful.
If you have children, that's
Fester, shop around.
I mean, the point of the life insurance policy is to have a money to your people who are alive when you're dead, right?
Yeah. Or you can just be a great guardian
Are
angel
you
to
a
them.
belted?
I think he just had a mini stroke.
So
he just had a mini stroke. That's
Jeez, are you okay?
He's got a pre-existing condition.
when I got this policy, right, the guy had to come to my house and he had, I had to take a urine test and a blood test,
right.
And he says, I don't see anything. I don't see why they wouldn't give you a quote. And he goes, you can't off yourself in 2 years.
Yeah, same thing. When I've done my life insurance policies over the years, suicide was covered. This is morbid as hell.
I know.
But it's covered, but you couldn't do it within the first, mine might have been, I think it was 2 years. 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
So, I mean, I think my policy expires at the end of July, but I got the letter of the increase, we will continue to bill you, but at this new rate. And I'm like, ugh, I don't know about that.
All right. When we get back, and I'll tell you what, I got a couple of complainiacs on my little Aldi video deal.
Complainiacs. I like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a new word.
Complainiacs.
I brought this up late in the show yesterday. I want to drill into this. Man, we are absolutely packed. An hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ begins next. Don't move. Hour and 20 minutes of solid content, no commercials. Oh, also a funeral story that you got to hear. We'll get to that coming up in just a bit as well. So I haven't even scratched the surface of what's coming up, and that's all next here on the MJ Morning Show. MJ Morning Show on Q105, 726. Let's do it. Let's kick off an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ right now. You know, I got a little bit of a complaint. Froggy, just a little bit of a complaint.
About what?
I'm
About me?
No, it's not you.
It better not be.
It's something with my wife, Michelle. A little she's hotbedding me.
What? She's sweating in the bed?
Nah, well, you know, kinda.
I get night sweat sometimes.
No, it's not night sweats.
She wants to cuddle?
Yeah, my wife is hotbedding me, and it's
What's a hotbed?
Well, hang on, it's kind of the cheating thing that I brought. Do you remember a week or two ago I talked about Michelle cheating on me?
Oh yes,
Oh, yes, with
she's watching
shows.
something.
Yeah, Michelle.
So what? You don't have to watch everything together.
Well, but we always have.
You're
and
not attached at the
I
hip
don't-
like Reba and the other Siamese twin or whatever.
Is this an indication of like
You're growing apart. Yes, it is.
jeez.
She has her own What is she watching?
Well, she now has started Monk.
Well, I've always heard Monk is great.
Yeah, and that's like we've seen some assorted, scattered episodes, but we never watched it. And I've wanted to watch Monk, and then Michelle has now left me a lot of times at night while I'm downstairs doing my show prep. She'll roll upstairs, and she's kind of binge watching a variety of things. Like she watched Bosch. The Amazon series Bosch.
That's when
And
the first time it happened, right?
I wanted to watch Bosch, the first run, and then I think there's another Bosch Revisited or whatever it is. But she watched that without me.
So do this. Start watching Tires without her.
But hang on a minute.
How about that?
That's on the list as well. What's that comedian's name?
Shane Gillis. He's fantastic.
Yeah, Shane Gillis. So... but I'm hearing mixed things about the Tires.
Yeah,
So yeah,
it wasn't as funny as I thought it was going
But
to be.
the whole deal with the hotbedding, it goes to the TV show Cheating, where Michelle is leaving me, going upstairs, and she's sitting on my side of the bed watching TV. So when I go upstairs to go to bed, my whole side of the bed is all hot.
Why did she do that?
She's hotbedding me.
And she's cheating on you.
She's cheating on me and going upstairs and binge watching TV shows that I want to watch. And we've got a long list of things. There's just so much crap out there. So she's hotbedding me, and she's binge cheating. And she's watching shows that I want to see. And I go up there, and she's been up there for 2.5 hours just binge watching.
Okay.
And she's lying on my side of the bed. She's hotbedding me.
It's not right.
I'm going upstairs. I want to crawl into our nice, soft, high thread count sheets.
Cool
bed. Nice, cool cotton. And I get there, and it's like a hot, sweaty mess. I'm getting hotbedded.
Ew.
Yeah, okay. First of all, I made a joke about you guys are growing apart. That's not true at all, because sometimes it just is enjoyable to do enjoyable things by yourself.
I
don't
Like,
get
eat food in the car by yourself. No one's talking to you. You enjoy your McDonald's or whatever it is. She just is enjoying this by herself with her own thoughts.
Yeah,
But Kim likes to read instead of watch TV shows.
Yeah.
She
I
knows
don't
how
get
to
it.
read?
Yeah, Michelle hasn't texted me. I don't know if she's awake
She's
listening.
probably watching Monk.
Yeah, she's watching right now.
On your side of the bed.
Yeah.
That's an old show, man.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
It's not cool.
But she's not going to pick up the phone? What?
Oh, no, she did pick up at the very end.
No, she didn't.
No.
Did I just hear something?
No, it was the blah, blah. It was my...
No, but I think that, have you noticed that now with your phone? You can
What?
call someone and the
You know?
voice picks up, and then they have a chance to still pick up while
Yeah.
you're leaving a message. I swear, unless I'm hearing things,
No.
I thought I heard her voice.
Okay, but that's happened to me.
Yes.
When did that feature start?
That just rolled out.
And how do you do that feature?
Your phone's ringing, and then all of a sudden you can see they're talking and leaving you a message, and you can just hit it, and it answers.
It
Yeah.
interrupts the message.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
That-
I'm here.
That's happened to me where
Yeah.
I'm calling somebody and I get their message. What is it that they hit the answer like?
Yeah.
But that's
While
happened to me
you're-
recently. Yeah.
Yes, it's a new thing.
Hang on a minute. All right, calling Michelle one more time. This is a serious problem. Hotbedding is an issue, man. I think that's rude. I think hotbedding is very, very...
Hello.
Are you listening or are you sleeping?
both.
What am I talking about right now?
That I'm watching TV without you.
Yeah, but that's not the. I already talked about that, but it's what's occurring. It's the byproduct of you watching TV upstairs without me. Oh, you didn't hear this part, did you?
What? That I'm sleeping on your side of the bed?
You're You're hotbedding me.
Yep.
Why are you
Whatever.
doing that?
Hot-blooded?
Yeah.
Have some respect.
Check it and see. My side of the bed
bed
is
is all
103 or all swampy. Michelle,
What?
you're going upstairs, you're binge watching crap that I want to watch, so you're cheating on me with that, and then you're doing it on my side of the bed, and you're hotbedding me.
Sometimes I'm on your side of the bed.
Well, cheat on me and watch on the other side. Go on your side. Hotbed your side.
I'm really not like. Well, I guess I do kind of lay on your side a little bit, but then I migrate over to the middle and then to my side, and then your side is fine before you come up.
It is not. The last couple of nights I go up there, and it is boo.
Whatever.
If I took a rectal thermometer and I laid it down on the bed, it'd be like 103 degrees. You're hotbedding me. Stop. If you're going to go upstairs and binge watch, do it on your side. So when I come up, I've got nice, cool sheets and not all hot sheets.
Michelle,
So like when you come up and you try to like snuggle with me and you're making me hot, then I'm gonna be like, oh, and I would tell you, get away, you're making me hot. Same thing.
can you believe this guy, Michelle?
I can't.
No respect.
The nerve of this guy.
I know.
All right.
All you do for him.
I got to move on, but stop hotbedding me, please.
Nope.
Yeah,
Now
why
I'm
don't you
gonna now I'm gonna get the heating pad.
All right, and then now you're oh God.
Good
All
one.
right, now
Watch yourself a heating pad, buddy.
I just bought myself a heating
Yeah.
pad. Oh God. All right, and then now
Heating
you're
blanket. No, even better. I'm gonna get you the heating blanket for your side of the bed.
She's like a bully on the playground. I don't think she
Yeah.
cares that you're mad that she's on your,
All right,
your side, right?
That's right.
and now you're watching Monk, right? Is that what you're watching now?
That's pretty funny.
Are you enjoying that?
Oh, and get a load of this. Julian is home for a couple of days because one of his professors
Died?
went to South America and was doing courses online this week on Zoom. So it gave Julian an opportunity to pop home. And listen to this. Michelle and Julian are getting up at what freaking time?
3 a.m.
What night is this?
Well, it'll be tonight, Thursday morning.
So tomorrow morning, you and Julian are getting up at 3 a.m.?
Yep.
For what reason?
To watch The Boys.
What?
The Boys.
This other show.
Oh, the
3
net.
episodes are dropping at 3 a.m.
3 episodes of The Boys are dropping at 3 a.m. Are you sure it's not midnight?
Oh, I'm absolutely sure.
Yeah.
How do you know? Wait, hang on a minute. How do you know it's not midnight Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific?
Because I do research and I looked it up, and it says what time you can watch The Boys, and it says 3 a.m. Eastern, midnight West Coast time, Pacific time.
I'm pretty sure it'll be there later
No.
on in the day.
No. Hold on a sec.
What?
Give me the time again.
3 a.m. Eastern time.
Midnight
and
Pacific.
midnight
Okay, all right,
for the
all
West
right.
Coast.
All right, that's
Yeah.
accurate. Okay, that's
What's wrong
accurate.
with your ears?
All right.
What's wrong with your ears or your watch?
Why
You
don't-
can't tell time?
All right. Bye. Give me the business. All right, bye, Michelle. Stop hotbedding me. Bye.
3 a.m.
Bye.
It's not a
TV's
live
gonna be
event.
blaring.
That's great. They're going to be blaring the TV at 3 a.m.
I mean, they could just as well watch it, like at 7:30
It's not
in
like
the morning.
the
wake up-
Queen's getting married.
I just hung up on her.
I'm surprised, MJ, you haven't looked over here and taken credit for what I'm doing because you were such a hero yesterday.
I'm sorry.
You didn't see it? You missed it? You missed it?
Now I see what you're doing.
You're such a hero
you're putting those goofy
Yeah.
eye drops in your eye.
with your X-Force muscles.
Oh, jeez.
All
All right.
This is just
Hold on.
What happened?
What is the name? What is the brand of these eye drops you use every morning?
Okay, Lumify. And I had my one bottle of Lumify, which was almost empty. So then when I was in New York, I bought a new bottle of Lumify at CVS. It was locked up. You had to get the person to come open.
yeah.
And I asked,
Guess
I
what?
was like,
and
yeah.
plus, you probably paid $10 more for that
Yes.
bottle in New York City over the weekend than you would have paid down here.
100%.
Yeah.
And I was even asking the clerk, I was like, why are eye drops locked up? And she's like, they're just easy to steal. Everybody steals them.
Well, here's the deal. Roxanne whitens her eyeballs. See, most people like whiten their teeth. Roxanne, I'm sure you do that as well. But you whiten your eyeballs with this Lumify.
I love it.
All right, so what do you have to thank me? Oh,
because yesterday, so I get my bottle and I get before I went somewhere on Sunday night, I was like trying to open my bottle. I was like, this bottle doesn't work. Oh my gosh. And then I showed Doug the next morning. I was like, can you try to open my Lumify? He couldn't do it. He's like, you're just going to have to return that. And I'm like, this New York CVS was such a scam. Why'd they sell me a stupid bottle that doesn't open? Then I handed the bottle to Fester yesterday. I was like, could you please open this for me? And Fester, no luck.
I didn't open it. It just clicked in my hand.
Let me get this straight. So, Roxanne, you tried to open the bottle. You couldn't do it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You passed it on to Dig Dug, and Dig Dug could not open your bottle of eyeball whitener, your Lumify. Then you handed it to Fester yesterday morning.
Yep.
And Fester couldn't open it. And then you handed it to me?
Yesterday after the show.
Well, they loosened it all. All three all loosened it before MJ.
The cap turned, but it had like the safety seal on it where it just clicked in place.
No, it was not too tight, Froggy.
You probably had to push it in.
Clearly, since the last time you bought your bottle of Lumify, they've updated the packaging, and they have a new, child-resistant or tamper-proof cap.
Well, the other one was tamper-proof, too.
Hold on. You guys couldn't figure this out?
The other one, I swear, it was just a squeeze in, and this one is like a push-down squeeze in.
How quickly did I open the bottle after you handed it to me?
Like as if someone, immediately. It
Yes,
wasn't even
immediately.
like a thing. It was just like, here you go. It wasn't like you had to think about it.
I felt the cap. I instantly determined, all right, it's got the play in the cap. It's going to be a push-down and turn. And boom, I open it up like I'm some kind of member of Mensa. You know what the...
And X-Force. Both.
Those muscles.
Why are you doing Elon Musk?
Those muscles are so lovely.
Thank you, Elon.
I'm just a big fan of your body.
Thank you, Elon.
You're welcome.
I'm still not buying one of your crappy Teslas,
Oh,
though.
darn it.
Yeah. All right, Roxanne, my pleasure to turn your knob or whatever.
My pleasure. I listen to you like you're getting me a lemonade at Chick-fil-A. My pleasure. My pleasure.
My pleasure. All right, moving along here on the MJ Morning Show. I got to address some of these complaining-acts. You know, Fester, what is something I've said over the years? You're always going to piss somebody off. You've got 99.9% of the audience.
You're missing it. You're missing it on this one, dude.
That's having fun. You got 99.9% of the audience that, will laugh at something. And then you got this 1/10 of 1%.
What happened?
You are so wrong.
Are you
wrong about what? You know it?
You're reading the room wrong on this particular thing.
Give me a break.
I'm on your side, but I understand where they're coming from. And
How do you know?
You hit a trigger.
I've got two chronic complainers on this.
Can you acknowledge that you hit a trigger for some people?
Yes.
Okay.
I triggered some people that are angry at me.
All right.
Because of a funny little video that I shot at Aldi. My first time really in an Aldi shopping. Michelle and I popped into an Aldi in Harlem during the pandemic, and the place, it looked like there was a gas explosion. The place was just a mess. Everything was scattered. It was a disaster inside. On Saturday, I'm with Julian off of Sheldon Road there, and I'm like, hey, Aldi, let's pop in because there's no Aldi in South Tampa. We got TJ's, we got Trader Joe's. And, of course, Aldi is the brother of Trader Joe's. They split off because they had a business disagreement.
It was actually over lovers.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But, no, seriously, the Aldi founder and Trader Joe's founder, they're brothers, like German brothers, and they got into a disagreement over business, and they split. So Julian and I pop into Aldi, and you got to put a quarter into the shopping cart locking chain. It's like a chain gang for shopping carts, and you got to put a quarter in. It's not that I can't afford a quarter, which you get back. I'm sorry, I don't have pocket change. I'm not going jinga linga 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 and walking around town with pocket change. I don't have a quarter. So I'm looking around. We're going to do some shopping. I know we're going to find some stuff in Aldi, and there's no shopping cart. I don't have a quarter for the shopping cart. But then I noticed there's the motorized little scooter in the parking lot with the basket on front. I'm like, boom, that'll do it. So I climb on the scooter and just driving around Aldi.
Yeah, right.
In there for like 7 minutes tops. And I post a video. Julian takes a video of me, and I posted the video of me cruising around Aldi on the motorized scooter for a few minutes. I mean, the video's, I don't even think a minute long. And Julian videos it. I put it up on my Instagram. Most people think it's funny. I've got the emojis with the smiling faces with the, the tears coming out like they're crying, laughing, and LOL. And then I got a couple of complaining-acts that are like, oh, my God, whipping out. I mean, I'm sorry that you have a relative in a wheelchair. Believe me, I've got empathy. But come on, taking a quick little video that I shot of me zipping around Aldi in the motorized scooter and then have to be guilt tripped. MJ, somebody could have needed that. Well, you're able-bodied. I'm like, my God, what a freaking complaining-act. Just give me a break. And all right, here
and you have a problem with this, Fester?
All right, stop right there. This is one of the complaining acts. So it's okay to use a cart made for the disabled community, and loved how on your show this morning you said in the 7 minutes you used it that there's no way that somebody else would have needed. You're a well-known person in the community, so what if everyone does this because you said it's okay? Do you also use handicap parking because you're only going to be in for a minute? Come on, that is not a fair equation. That is
assessment.
That is give me a break. Come on. I mean, and most of the people find the video funny, but I got a couple of people here, like this woman here. I believe it's a woman. I would love to sit down and have a conversation with you on how ableist your reel and comments on your show really are.
See,
I'm shooting a quick little funny video, and you're calling me an ableist now?
Listen,
you're trying to shame me?
Because you have all working limbs, yes.
Oh, give me a break.
You're able to walk.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Listen.
All right? You know what? I want to go to phones on this.
Oh, no.
99% of the comments on this video. Folks, if you haven't seen the video, you'll see I'm sitting on the scooter in the middle of Aldi. I got a blue shirt on. It's not too far down. It's on my Instagram right now. Certified MJ Radio. Certified MJ Radio. I want to go to phones on this.
Okay.
Dude, the comments are 99%.
Sure.
That is funny stuff.
Don't you understand that some jokes aren't for the 99? You cater to the 1% that's going to be pissed off about it?
Then this person writes, living with a loved one with a disability is tough sometimes, and people like you who belittle their needs are part of the problem. Do better, MJ. What did I belittle? I found the scooter. I couldn't get the shopping cart because I didn't have a quarter to put into the Aldi lock. So I sit on the scooter just abandoned in the parking lot and drive it in and shoot a funny video. And now I'm the worst person. I'm like Mengele.
I just saw a Mengele documentary. You're not even close.
Oh, my God. All right, I want to go to phones on this.
Close.
Let's go to the MJ lines. 800 990-1040.
Fester, what's the matter with you?
Why are you holding your head?
Because I'm watching you dig your own grave on this.
I'm not digging. I'm not the grave digger. No.
I'm a grave digger.
I'm not.
Look, hey, can't you just say, guys, it was meant to be funny. Some folks didn't find it too funny.
That's what I'm saying.
Tough luck on you for that.
Right.
Yeah, listen, I offend people all the time. All the time. Most of the time without even trying, sometimes very deliberately. But, listen, I can't get bent out of shape every time somebody gets butthurt over something, but acknowledge, listen, this is a sensitive subject for some people.
Give me again.
Oh, man, shut up.
Fester, really, shut up.
You're both digging your grave.
Hey, I'll tell you, when the call segment ends, I'll tell you something naughty that I did that is in the same category to take some heat off you, MJ.
I would never park in a handicap spot. Never, ever, ever. I found the motorized scooter abandoned haphazardly in the Aldi parking lot, and I got on it for a few minutes and drove through the store saying this was my alternative. I've got a basket now and a scooter because I didn't have the quarter to put into the.
Okay.
And it's not like I couldn't afford the quarter. I just didn't have a quarter to get the shopping cart. All right, let's go to look. Every line is jammed. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Come on, folks. You got to be on my side here. It's a funny.
You gotta
It's a fun.
now you're kind of like
Fester,
begging.
You
Yeah.
remember the bit about 15 years ago where you were spying on me at Dick's and I parked in the handicap spot because you
Yes.
saw my sign?
Yes.
And how much crap did you give me about that, buddy?
A load.
A load of crap. And I did put on a fake limp.
All right, let's go to phones.
But you give me a lot. It's the same thing.
All right, 800-990-1047. When we finish with phone calls, I'm running a little late. I'll segue right into this funeral story, which you got to hear. This is a crazy, crazy story. Let me grab Mike in Clearwater. Mike, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, 104.7 FM. Hello.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, just letting you know, I agree with you. I think it'd be funny to watch your thing, but I do see a lot of people that park in handicap that actually get out of their vehicles and run, and people don't say anything about them.
But Mike, listen, this has nothing to do with the handicap spot. I would never in a million years park in a handicap spot. Never. I found the motor scooter in the parking lot at Aldi, and I drove it in, okay? I mean, do you have a problem with that for a few minutes?
Absolutely not, especially because you're helping them out by bringing the cart back in, and, so that way somebody needs it in the store, they can grab it.
All right, thank you, Mike. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, John in Clearwater. John, MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ. I personally think you should not give these people any bother. Just completely ignore the 1% to 2% prickly, disgruntled, angry at the world people who are.
Yeah, I call them complainiacs.
Yeah. But
yeah, exactly. Just don't give them the time of day. Honestly, it's not worth it.
you acknowledging them gives them some leg of credibility. Just by even acknowledging they exist.
Not the caller, MJ.
Yeah, I get complaints all the time on stuff I do. All the time. I don't acknowledge any of them.
John, thanks for the call. Let's grab Amy in Mad Beach. Amy, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi. Good
Amy.
morning. I thought the video, I love the video. I thought it was hilarious. But, yeah, I think people just, they take everything too seriously and they like to complain. So it's not too surprising. But, yeah, I wouldn't pay it any mind or anything.
Amy, thank you very much for your support. It means a lot to me, okay?
I'm so glad.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
You're there for me, Amy, and I'm not going to forget this.
Yeah. Maybe she can loan you a quarter next time.
Kim is in Tampa. Kim, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ. I'm the one who you just mentioned my comment.
Oh, you're the complainiac.
I'm not a complainiac at all.
Oh, boy, we have a confrontation. All right, Kim, go ahead.
I have a special needs child. Beautiful little boy, Riley.
Yep.
Actually loved your show. The problem is you don't know that there wasn't somebody who needed that cart. That's the whole thing. What would you have done if you went to return it and there's somebody waiting to use it? It's made for the disabled community, not for someone who's able-bodied. I really don't understand why that's so hard to understand.
Kim, it was for a few minutes to shoot a funny video driving around Aldi because I didn't have a quarter for the cart. That's it. And I brought it. I brought it right back.
Broken?
I brought it right back out.
His hands are not broken, Kim. He is an ableist.
Bottom
Fester,
line,
shut up.
There could have been someone who needed the cart in those 5 to 7 minutes. Sometimes I can't even go places because someone's using the handicapped parking spot who doesn't need it. And they've said to me, I'm only here for a minute.
I don't equate the handicap spot with me the cart was abandoned haphazardly in the lot. I did him a favor. I brought it closer to the front. I'm assisting people that needed it.
You could have easily brought it closer to the front and left it for somebody else to use. It wasn't haphazardly parked there. More than likely, the person wasn't able to drive it back up to the door because maybe they couldn't walk. I mean, until you live with somebody who has special needs,
I'm not going to win this.
It's all fun and games.
You're not.
I'm not going to get anywhere.
You're not going to win.
Get him.
Kim, listen.
She's not wrong on anything she said.
Kim, if you've listened to me, you know I have a heart. There was no ill intention. I was just joking around with the motorized Aldi cart. Nobody needed it. I didn't have a bus full of amputees waiting to get on the cart.
No. How do you know know that nobody needed it. We handicapped people don't come out at just certain hours of the day. They come out all hours of the day. You can't say without a shadow of a doubt that nobody else needed it when you were using it. That's the problem.
All right, Kim, listen, I understand this is so close to you. I wish you nothing but the best, and your special needs child. I wish you guys nothing but the best. If you asked me for a favor, I'd bend over backwards for you. But please don't make this into a federal case that I shot a funny video with the Aldi motorized scooter. Please.
Well, it wasn't funny.
There you go.
I'll let you get back to your show.
But 99. But read the
agree,
comments. 99% of the people on there think it's funny.
But 99% of the people who think it's funny probably
What would push a granny over on crutches?
handicapped.
All right. No, I was joking at it, that 99. I was waiting for you to say that 99% of the people that commented would probably push Granny over on crutches or a walker.
Fester should understand better than anybody because I know he has a special needs child himself. It doesn't.
Listen.
99% of the people doesn't matter.
He agrees with
Because
you.
1% of the people are offended, and you don't seem to care.
I'm on your side a little bit here, Kim. Listen, I get it.
Yeah, I think he cares. I think he just likes to
Look,
like.
Well, he
MJ,
did
all
warn
you have to
you,
say,
MJ.
hey, can I be a mediator? MJ, just say
Yeah.
I hear all your points, Kim, and I agree with you. Just say that.
Well, folks, this is the woman I'm talking about
Yeah.
who's leaving me the nasty comments. Kim, listen, I hopefully.
My comments weren't nasty. They were explaining something to you, MJ. I wasn't nasty. I did say you were belittling the handicapped.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
God.
I'm not belittling the handicapped community.
No.
I've
Kim.
done charity work, and I've done events for people with special needs and handicaps. Me just getting on an Aldi scooter as a joke is not belittling the handicapped community, Kim. You're so close to this. You're incensed, I think, for no reason.
Okay, it matters to me.
Kim, listen, I respect that it matters to you.
It matters to me.
All right, I'm sorry, Kim. Hopefully, will you continue to listen to the show, or are you done with me?
I mean, I don't know if I want my son. I mean, my son loves to listen. In fact, he wanted to come in and meet you guys because he loves to listen to your show.
I tell you what, Kim, can you bring him? How old is your son?
He's 13.
All right, I invite you to come into the show sometime this summer, and why don't you bring your son in? What's his name?
Riley.
Bring Riley in and let Riley be a special member of the MJ Morning Show. One morning, we'll have him in on the show. Deal?
Okay.
He can hang with us in the studio live. What do you think?
I mean, I'm sure he would love that.
Okay, Kim, hold on a second. Now listen. MJ was attempting to do something funny. Attempting to. Now, he wasn't belittling the handicapped community.
Yeah, I think
he
that's a stretch.
That's a stretch. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to call it like I see it, Kim. And you and I have spoken before. I'll call it like I see it. He wasn't belittling the handicapped community. He was using the scooter. He didn't mock the entire community. And you're really close to this subject, so you're really, really hot on it.
Very sensitive. All right, listen, Kim.
We got to kind of pare everything down a little.
Kim,
bit.
do me a favor. Kim, tell Riley, your son, that I've invited him to come into the studio and see all the magic behind the scenes and watch us live. Okay?
Okay, and maybe it is a little close to me.
It is.
It is. Kim, it really is. I mean, he didn't say, "Hey, everybody, this kind of community doesn't deserve to use these." Nothing like that. He didn't mock the community.
I'm going to make sure I park in the handicap spot when you guys come to the building.
Hey,
no, I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm kidding. That's a joke. I've never done that in my life. I'm joking. Come on. All right, Kim, listen. I'm going to put you on hold. Andrew's going to get your contact information. That was funny. All right, I'm going to put you on hold. Andrew's going to get your contact information, and you and Riley will be my special guests at a date that's convenient for you, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right, Kim. All right, hold on. Andrew, pick up Kim. All right, we'll be in touch, okay, Kim?
All right.
Thanks.
Bye, Kim.
I had to go for that joke. I'm sorry. All right.
Listen, MJ.
Yeah.
Kim is way too close, but her perception took it into a completely different direction.
Yeah.
Now you're insulting a whole community, according to her, which is wrong.
But I'm
which
not.
is you aren't. Absolutely not.
Fester did warn you.
I did say something, didn't I?
Every line is jammed. Let me grab Chloe.
So here's the best part about the phone screener. Andrew does not tell MJ on the phone screener how everybody feels.
Nothing.
This just says Chloe and Clearwater, and then under data,
Good job, Andrew.
nothing. So MJ's picking these calls up blind.
Chloe and Clearwater. Hey, Andrew, I'm going to finish the board of calls here, and then we got to move on.
Yeah, all 48 of them.
Yeah, really. Chloe and Clearwater. No, not that many. Chloe, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Hi, good morning.
Hey.
I support you 185%. Always have, always will. I don't think anything was wrong. I do understand when it comes to sometimes people take it and it's a little close to home.
Yep.
But it's kind of sad that we live in a world where everybody is offended by the slightest little thing, and we just can't take it back to like the early 80s when I was growing up and having fun.
Chloe, did you see the video on my Instagram?
Yes.
Did I intend anything hurtful, harmful? Was there any ill intent there? Come on.
No, and you know what? I would have done the same thing just to be funny,
Yep.
and you're not hurting anybody. And like I said, people take things way out of context lately in this world. It's kind of sad and scary at the same time, but what are you going to do?
Chloe, thanks for the call.
Thank you.
Thanks for your support. John in Dade City. John, MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
We're great, John. What is your take on this?
You know, it was a little disrespectful. I have a 37-year-old handicapped child that's been in a wheelchair all of her life from birth. And if you would have just picked the chair up out in the parking lot and took it back to the store and dropped it at the entrance, people wouldn't be going crazy. But
only one person's going crazy. It's
well, I think it was a little disrespectful. But you know what? You didn't do what the President of the United States did and made fun of a handicapped person. That was disgusting.
All right. Well, I'm not going to get into the politics.
Please.
But, John, thanks for the call. Travis is in New Tampa. Travis, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hi, MJ. I think the real issue here, I'm on your side for this, but you were very insensitive to the ADHD community. We walk with a purpose. And when you park right in the middle of the aisle, we're busy cussing you out. Then we forget what we're there for, and then we're 3 days behind.
Wait a minute. I have ADHD.
Pick a side. Pick a side, please, for speed walkers.
I have ADHD. So, I mean, clearly.
Was that a joke? I don't know.
Just look at me. Travis, he's joking
No,
around.
thanks, Travis.
Travis, thanks for the call. All right, a few more. Steve in Largo, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, Steve, go ahead.
Love you. Yeah, I love your show, you guys. And listen, don't let people raise your blood pressure, MJ, okay? You know, people see people in those scooters all the time. How do you know they're not, how do you know they're disabled? I tailgate with my Chihuahua at Walmart all the time when my girlfriend goes shopping. The things I see. And Kim said, well, the cart was left in the parking lot because the person probably couldn't walk. Well, they got to the front entrance to the store to get it. I mean, come on now.
Anyway,
insensitive man.
I want to go to your tailgate with your Chihuahua.
Steve, do you have a barbecue set up in the Walmart parking lot while your girlfriend shops?
Damn, that's a good idea. I might just do that from now on.
Maybe bring some cornhole set up.
Have a cooler full of Bud Lights in there as well. All right, thank you, Steve.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, one more. Let's go to Steven. Steven, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Final call on this. Go ahead.
Hey, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. I do the exact same thing. I even use them from time to time. I don't see anything wrong with it. If anyone needs them, they would let you know. Be like, hey, can we get that cart?
Yeah, listen.
Why do you use them?
Yeah, why would you use it, Steven?
As I mentioned to you guys before, I was hit by a bus about 6 years ago, so...
Good reason.
Oh, this is...
So
Steven,
you have hold on. So, yeah, Steven, Fester's
I
about
thought he was just doing it for fun.
Fester's about to ask you.
Yeah, listen.
You have a legitimate...
You have a legitimate reason to use it, Steven. You make it... You made it sound like... You made it sound like you're hot dogging on him just to, cruise up and down the aisles. You have a legitimate reason.
Yeah, but at the same time, I try not and use them.
I get it, but you have one.
Walmart.
All right.
At the Walmart I use, there's not that many. But like I said, I don't blame you at all because sometimes when I feel fine, I use them.
All right, well, this is Steven. I forgot. What were the details? What were the circumstances of you getting hit by a bus?
Walking across the street, lady wasn't looking at all, wasn't watching, and hit me.
Was it a school bus or a city bus? What was it?
It was a city bus.
Or the Partridge Family? Didn't they have a bus?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
different colors.
yeah.
That was a school bus.
Listen, but
It was
Steven.
actually a city of Lakeland bus.
Oh, that's right. And you got like $50,000 settlement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't enough. You should have called the Kemp Law Group. Accident or fall or get hit by a bus, call Kemp Law.
You never signed first pass.
All right, Steven. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for listening.
No problem.
All right, well, there we have it. Listen, the bulk of the people, just like the comments, folks, if you want to see the video of what stirred this whole thing up, go to my Instagram, and you'll see me sitting on the cart in Aldi. Go to my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio, and if you want, leave a comment. Check out the video. If you don't follow me on Instagram, give me a follow. This is the kind of content that you can count on. Content you can count on. Certified MJ Radio. All right, now let me go to my item that I had teased for 7:45, now at 8:02. All right. This is a fluid show. This show is a daily work in progress, folks. So just work with us here. This is a funeral story. This is a crazy story. And again, this is a discussion on Reddit. And this is from the AITAH community, Fester, which means...
Am I the A-H?
Am I the
S-H?
Am I the a-hole?
A-hole. Well, I don't know which word to pronounce or not pronounce.
No.
Do you go with ass and then say bleep, or do you say bleep and then say hole? I don't know.
Anyway, I think it's optional. I think it's
I think it's bleep hole.
I think it's whatever you want to do. All right. So
I don't know, ass bleep.
on
See, that doesn't sound right.
They both work. They both work.
On the Reddit thread, I'm sure some of the stories are real, but I'm sure people just come up with scenarios and just make crap up just for, entertainment value, to write a funny story, get a reaction. Wherever this falls, I don't know. I found the story intriguing. The person wants to know, am I the bleep hole for telling my wife that if she attends her affair partner's funeral, I won't be here when she gets back? So this...
No, he's not.
This guy is claiming that his wife had an affair with a guy that died, and if she goes to that guy's funeral, that he's scramming. He's going. I went through a fairly serious depression years ago. It affected my marriage, and my wife and I separated for about 7 months. After a lot of therapy and communication, I moved back home. She had a relationship in that time. She says that it wasn't an affair because we were separated and on our way to a divorce. This is accurate. The divorce, not the affair. My position is that we were still married, so it was an affair. We have been working hard at making our marriage work for 7 years now. The guy died on Thursday. His funeral will be coming up Wednesday. I think that's today. She wants to attend. I said that if she goes, I won't be home when she gets back.
Wow.
I'll be taking my stuff and my dog and leaving. She says, dude, you're going to leave that asset? Just going to walk out of your unless it's a rental thing. She says I'm being unfair to ask her not to attend the funeral of her friend, in quotes. I think the guy was a piece of bleep.
How did he die?
I don't know. To act on feelings that he had for my wife since they were in high school. Oh, she migrated to like a little high school friend. That's why.
Did he kill him?
That's why reunions. Yeah. That's why reunions can be dangerous.
Never been to one.
Yeah. I'm okay mentally these days, and this isn't me making spiral or anything. What does that mean?
He's not spiraling back into depression.
This isn't making me spiral. I got it. Or anything. I just think it's tacky and disrespectful towards me.
Yeah.
Am I the bleep hole? ? So, what do you think, Roxanne? Is this guy the bleep hole?
Right off the bat, I said no, he wasn't. I would never call him a bleep hole. What they've been through, but it sounds like they were kind of taking a break when she was doing that. But I would say that she's got to respect his wishes and not go to.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you.
Yeah.
That's just.
Are these things real?
Well, dude, I just said this. Stop
don't
scrolling. Stop doom
I
scrolling
said,
on your phone.
I'm not doom scrolling.
No, I said that going in. I'm like, I'm sure some of these stories are real, and I'm sure some are.
Why would the girl go? I mean,
Well, yeah, and the other part of that too, Froggy, like you bring up, like what's she going to create? What kind of scuttlebutt is she going to create? Oh, psst, 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 there's the woman he had the affair with.
Well,
like,
it wasn't if they took a break while in their marriage, and she saw somebody else during that time, but you can't go back now.
All right, Roxanne and I are. She should not go.
Yeah, just respect the alive guy's wishes.
All right, Festa, where are you?
I say she goes.
You're just being contrarian.
She should go. She should go in a miniskirt.
All right. And what? Fall into the coffin and crying, or all right? And Froggy, what is your position? Well, I can see you're
Tell me
laid
the
back.
story again.
You're laid back with your feet on the counter.
Tell me the story again.
Stop it, you wise ass.
No, I couldn't believe that she would want to go.
Yeah,
it seems like a weird story.
So,
to me.
I know a woman who is now divorced, but her husband had a long running affair. And
20 years?
And like they were married for like 10 years.
Right.
And the husband had like a 6-year affair.
Wow.
And the woman dies. And then he's
Wait, his wife or the affair woman?
The affair woman dies. And then he's at home, not at his girlfriend's house now because she's dead, in mourning. Because the girlfriend.
Yeah, it's a similar
is dead.
story.
Yeah. And,
similar.
And she was telling me this story, and I'm like, that's amazing.
The wife told you the story?
She told me the story, and I'm like, how can I exploit this for the radio show?
You just did.
Yeah, well, thank you.
I can't believe she showed you that.
I was thinking of exploiting it in a more grandiose fashion, but in this way, it happens.
It ties in.
You have an affair, you get emotionally connected to somebody, then they kick the bucket, and you can't have the closure because you're with somebody.
I got something I really don't understand. Maybe someone can help me with this. A CVS. This is CVS. The drugstore, not CBS, but CVS, which happens to be my daughter's initials, Chloe Victoria Schnitt. But I don't understand this. CVS branded nasal spray for babies is being recalled because it was discovered that it was made with machines that also were used to make pesticides.
Oh,
wait. How the hell do you have? How the hell do you have infant nasal spray made on the same machines that make pesticide?
Who would use infant nasal spray on their infant? That sounds awful. Nasal spray is the worst thing ever.
Oh my God. I mean, I know. I've known people addicted to like Afrin.
And then their nose starts bleeding out.
Oh my God! It ends up they get a hole in it like Stevie Nicks.
I was addicted to Afrin. If I didn't take it,
that was you.
If I didn't take it, my nose goes.
That's
just
right.
closes.
It would seal up. Yeah.
Go with the strip.
Yeah. So this story makes no sense to me. Scores of generic medicines produced in-house by pharmacy chain CVS have been recalled because they were found to be produced in unsanitary conditions, and one of them is a CVS-branded nasal spray for infants.
And defined by unsanitary is pesticides? Well, that's terrible.
Well, no, there have been other products for other reasons.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was like a private label drug manufacturer on Long Island that was, I forgot the name of it, but that screwed with my low bob because I'm an RGP. I'm a rigid gas permeable, contact lens wearer, since I was 18 because of a slight diagnosis of keratoconus in my right eye. And the hard lenses or the RGP lenses can keep that in check, and it did. It's perfect. My keratoconus hasn't changed since I was 18. It's been great. But I wear these lenses, and the best cleaner was a cleaner called Low Bob, and they went out of business. They're gone. They're closed. Best product on the market.
Why? Because they filled Roundup bottles right before they made the Low Bob?
Maybe so.
Why? Why are they out of business?
But the Low Bob was made at a contract facility out on Long Island, New York, and they were shut down for like all kinds of FDA issues and an inspection and all kinds of problems, and some products were recalled. Not mine, but the company. They went out of business because the supply chain got cut. They just went out of business. I mean, it's really, I've since found Low Bob overseas. You can order it from Germany on German Amazon because it's obviously being, licensed and made over there. So I'm able to get it again, but a lot of people don't realize that. But the point is, I wonder if any of these CVS products were made at that facility out on Long Island. But I still, how do you have infant nasal spray that's made in the same factory and on the same machinery as pesticide? Here we go. CVS branded nasal sprays intended for infants were recalled after the machines used to produce them were also used to make pesticides, according to Bloomberg News. What?
I mean,
what?
Just by virtue of something being a product for infants, you automatically assume that the most care was taken and that no harmful ingredients are part of that product.
These fulfillment houses, MJ, they have to keep the machines working every day. I mean, they have run dates.
Pesticides on the same production line as nasal infant spray.
We're gonna make weed killer the first week of the month. Second week of the month, infant nasal.
Guess what, guys? I have another update.
About?
I have another update on the guy that showed up in court and he was driving during the court hearing.
Oh, God. This guy again?
There's another update on this. Unbelievable. Yeah. Hey, Andrew, do you have the audio on this guy? Just to refresh people's memory, where he's appearing before a judge and it's over a license issue. And the guy's license, they thought was suspended. He's driving the car. The judge freaks out and says, you're to turn yourself in at 6 p.m. You're going to be arrested for driving and appearing in my court while driving your car when you have a suspended license, right? So then we find out that it was a clerical error and that his license wasn't suspended. But then the third part was, wait a sec, no. Now they find out he never, ever had a valid driver's license in the first place. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the breaking news update. He's been spotted at the DMV in Michigan applying for his learner's permit.
I mean, that's where you have to start, right?
The guy's like 60 years old. And he's
practice that three-point turn.
Corey Harris was seen. This is incredible. Paparazzi's following this guy now. And they have pictures of him walking into a Michigan DMV. And, he's got one of those little three-point walkers that he's, the cane walker.
Yeah.
Like the hurricane or whatever they call that thing. And he's walking into DMV. They got a picture of him like inside the DMV applying for his learner's permit.
I mean, here's the deal. That guy's been driving probably every day since he was 16 years old.
Oh, probably for 50 years.
Yeah. I mean, how do you not even think about getting a license even once or twice? How do you cash a check? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if I think he might be 50 years old.
But still, how do you not function without a license?
Now he's applying for his learner's permit.
Some identification.
Unbelievable. Absolutely insane.
Hey, good for him with getting right with the law. Hey, all right? Give the guy a break. It's about time.
There's a woman who posted a video online after finding this most unbelievable chunk of something inside her bag of Doritos. Do you know about this story?
No.
You guys,
ew.
All right, my guess is, let me play the audio of this woman. This lady reaches into, first of all, is a bag of Doritos $7.99?
It might be for the big bag.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, the big party bag. Chips are not cheap.
Well, listen, the price of everything is through the roof. Potato chips. Do you know a large order of fries at McDonald's is knocking on $5? Mm-hmm. Did you know that? Wow. Julian wanted fries last weekend. He said, Dad, can you stop at McDonald's? I'm like, sure. And it's like $4.79 for a large order of fries. I mean, prices
Crazy.
are through the roof. It's nuts. All right, listen to this woman. This woman has millions of views. Her name is Patricia. And she found like this mystery object in her Doritos.
I'm actually disgusted. Like, I'm not even going to come on here and cap. I love Doritos. I've been eating Doritos for like the last 30 minutes. I melt cheese and eat them like little nachos. And as I was eating, I felt something hard. And tell me how I found this thing in here.
It looks like, well, she's going to tell us what it looks like.
This is not a Dorito. I don't know what this is. It looks like a chicken tender. I'm not sure what this is. I'm not making this stuff up. Like, I know people, like, who's to say that I didn't put something in there? this is real, like dead ass.
She is holding up on video something that looks like a meaty, large chicken tender. I mean, that's a good description. And it's colored with the Doritos, dust. And then you look at her fingers. Her fingers are completely stained with Doritos dust. I mean, it's disgusting. But she's holding up this, and it wasn't like, you get you get a big meaty chicken tender, and it's got maybe a curved little hockey stick nub on one end.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a large Fester. If you want to bring up the video so you can see what this thing is, it is insane. And I'm trying to figure out, what is this? And then she bangs it. Here, listen to this. She bangs it on the counter, and you can hear. And she's trying to break it in half. She can't do it.
I didn't want to come make this video. I feel bad. But what is this? This isn't even breakable. It looks like a chicken tender, but it's not. And you know what's crazy? As I was eating these, I was like, these chips are kind of stale. And you know what? I don't even know, what if the chip makes me sick or something? As I was eating them, I'm like, they're stale. They don't taste cheesy. What's wrong with this bag?
But she's banging it on the counter.
Paid $7.29 for this bag.
$7.29.
That's expensive as is.
Yep.
To get a freaking, I don't know what this is. I mean, it looks like a chicken tender, but it won't even break. Maybe it's an old chicken tender or fried chicken. I don't know what this is. This is ridiculous. Do you hear this? What is this?
What is this?
Oh my God. Look at her hands. She's been in those Doritos for a while.
Oh, yeah. That's what I said. Fester's, look at this thing. It is like a beefy, meaty chicken tender.
It's petrified is what
yeah,
it is.
It is.
You know what it probably was? It was probably, they have this vat of the Doritos dust, which probably starts as a liquid, right?
Are you saying it's a clump of seasoning?
Yeah, it's got to be. It's this hardened, it's like petrified wood. It's a petrified clump of the Doritos dust seasoning that might have been stuck in some machine, and just it grew like a tumor over the years, and it broke off. It ends up in her bag, but she's taking this thing and she's banging it on the table it's like she's banging a hammer. You just heard that thing. She's like, what is it? I mean, listen again.
Paid $7.29 for this bag. That's expensive as is. To get a freaking, I don't know what this is. I mean, it looks like a chicken tender, but it won't even break. Maybe it's an old chicken tender or fried chicken. I don't know what this is. This is ridiculous. Do you hear this?
Wow. Why don't you eat it?
I'm also amazed that a bag of Doritos is $7.29.
So I went to Walmart.com.
What the heck?
I mean, their Doritos are $6 a bag, so only $1 off.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, that's what they cost. And I liked how she appropriately used the word cap and dead ass.
Yeah, she had all the new lingo.
Yeah, she really, very, very impressive young lady.
That is incredible. Do you guys know, and folks, thank you for listening. You are in the middle of an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. We do this every single day. Hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. Hey, I wanted to float something by you guys. I'm not going to do it, but I have an idea during this long segment we do every day, and I want to see if folks will find it acceptable, but I'll get into it later on.
Okay.
But you're listening to the MJ Morning Show, obviously. This is 104.7 FM. You're listening to Q105 at 104.7 FM. Have you ever heard of TUI? What is a TUI?
Well, TMI is too much information.
A TUI.
A TUI could be.
What's a TUI?
Tell us information.
That's a good guess.
Good
Yes,
answer. You have a guess?
Thank you.
That's incorrect, though, so I got to give you the... yeah, I got to get the buzz. What is a TUI?
Does it have to do with a terrible urinary infection?
Yeah, that's a UTI. A terrible urinary infection. That's a good guess.
I mean, UTI, TUI, it's awful.
As opposed to an awesome one?
That's an AUI.
This urinary tract infection is not good. I've had some awesome ones in the past. I've had some really, really awesome ones.
The AUI turned into a TUI pretty quickly.
What you do causes
a TUI. Well, put other consonants in front of UI. What other consonants could go in front? Not a TUI. What other consonants could replace the T?
A D?
A what?
A DUI? Right? Like driving drunk?
There you go.
Okay.
Yes.
Good
All
clue.
All right.
So
good answer.
All right. I didn't think about that with the TUI.
A DUI, driving under the influence.
Right.
So what would a TUI be?
THC under the influence.
Nope. All right, let me do the big reveal.
Give us like one more clue. I feel like we're so close.
Womp, 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 womp.
Charlie Brown voices?
Okay, I got it.
What is it?
You're teaching under the influence.
Yes!
That's a horrible clue.
No, that's teacher.
It was.
That's the international sound for a teacher. Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah, 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 wah,
Exactly.
Yes, ma'am. Here's my assignment. Wah, 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 wah,
Exactly. No charge. I love this story. No charges will be filed for a California teacher who was blast-ass drunk while teaching her class.
Which one? I've been watching a lot of drunk teacher interrogations.
A Northern California teacher who made headlines after being accused of teaching her second grade class while drunk will not face criminal charges in connection to the incident. After a months-long investigation, according to prosecutors earlier this week, Sutter County, California, deputies were called to Nuestro Elementary School in Live Oak, California, Northern California, after somebody reported that the woman was driving under the influence to school and then began teaching students while drunk at school. She had a blood alcohol level of about a 0.20 more than 2 hours after her arrest. So what the hell was her blood alcohol at its peak? If 2 hours after she was arrested, she blew a 0.20. Anyway, she's not going to be charged for TUI, teaching under the influence, because according to the district attorney, there's nothing on the books that makes teaching under the influence illegal.
What? I mean,
yes.
Sometimes there's laws you just don't know you need until you need them.
Oh, my God. She's not going to be charged because there's nothing on the books that's illegal about teaching kids while drunk. What the?
Right?
Dude, I swear I had one teacher in high school that was drunk sometimes.
Yeah.
They try to hide it with peppermints, right?
And they couldn't show because they didn't have her in the car at the wheel, so they couldn't get her for the DUI, even though she clearly drove there.
Yeah.
So they couldn't get her for that. And then, according to the district attorney, they said while the DA's office agrees that it is highly inappropriate to teach while intoxicated, it's unfortunately not illegal. There's no law
That's crazy.
Are they going to revisit this? I mean, are there states that have laws that it is illegal for a teacher to be blast-ass drunk? Can you imagine second grade kids and you're rolling in with a 0.20?
I mean, MJ, aside from driving or operating a machinery or a lawnmower or riding a horse or something you'd get a DUI for, what can't you do drunk?
So they initially did arrest her on suspicion of driving under the influence, but that was dropped because they couldn't substantiate that because they didn't have her behind the wheel. Yeah. She was behind the chalkboard or in front of the chalkboard, you know.
With the exception of operating vehicles, I can do everything in my life drunk.
Yeah, they couldn't substantiate that she drove while drunk, although we know she did. But she could make the argument that she started drinking as soon as she got to school. That she was waiting for those miserable little bastards to come in, and she was just doing Tito's. You know?
So, am I right to say that vodka is always the teacher's drink of choice?
I always heard that they drink that because it's the smellless.
It's the smellless.
Is vodka smellless or gin smellless? I forget which.
No, I thought gin has a strong...
I heard an interview with John Goodman, and he said he was drunk on every episode of Roseanne, but it was vodka, so nobody could smell it.
I can still smell vodka.
Dude,
really?
Yeah.
I'd have to be drunk to work with Roxanne. Yeah. Oh, not Roxanne. Roseanne. Sorry. I meant the Roseanne joke. Roxanne, Roseanne.
You used to be drunk to work with me too. So
3 Tampa Bay restaurants, folks. This is good. 3 Tampa Bay restaurants have made the 17 most legendary restaurants list, according to Southern Living. Now, I've got great respect for Southern Living because Southern Living is where my wife, the biscuit
bitch.
Yep. Folks, that's not derogatory.
No, it's a compliment.
Michelle actually has an apron that reads Biscuit Bitch. And Michelle makes the most unbelievable buttermilk biscuits. And the recipe that she utilizes comes from Southern Living.
Southern Living always has pretty good recipes.
Yeah, if you want the best biscuit recipe, folks, Google Southern Living buttermilk biscuit recipe, and it's like the best buttermilk biscuit. Go with that recipe, but you also have to go with white lily flour. Don't mess with King Arthur. Don't mess with Pillsbury. You gotta have white lily with the green label, the self-rising. You gotta have it. You gotta freeze your butter. You gotta have. And even if you have some buttermilk that's slightly turned, that makes them even better.
Oh.
That makes it even better.
I hate buttermilk.
All right, but in the biscuits, they're phenomenal.
I like my buttermilk extra
They're
sour.
phenomenal.
My
Anyway,
grandmother used to drink that crap.
so Southern, also, she probably liked eggnog as well.
Oh, I like eggnog.
I don't like that. Anyway,
Buttermilk is awful.
so Southern Living has a list of 17 most legendary restaurants. And we have 3 right here in the Tampa Bay area.
Hold on, 17 out of how big of an area? The entire South, or just the state of Florida, or what?
Well, the story came from Channel 8, and it reads, Southern Living released its list of its most legendary restaurants of Florida.
Okay, so 17.
Yep.
All right, well, that kind of makes sense
And
proportionally.
3 are here. So these are Florida restaurants, and 3 are in the Tampa Bay area. Number 1 on the list here, but comes in at number 5. So it's number 5 in Florida, but first in the story is Ted Peters' famous smoked fish in St. Pete.
Never been.
You've never been to Ted Peters?
No.
Either have I.
Oh, shut up!
Now, is it Pasadena? Where is it technically?
It's Pasadena. Yeah.
So it's not St. Pete.
It's like that weird funky stretch that's St. Pete Beach, Pasadena. That whole area right there.
Yeah. All right. So I've never been there either, but Ted Peters, I've heard about it.
Okay, I'm looking at pictures. It just looks like a little, like fish shack.
It's a fish shack.
Yeah.
But it was like it's the original Tampa Bay fish shack.
Right. I know of this place. I've known about Ted Peters for years. I just have never been to Ted Peters.
Who is this Ted?
It opens at 11:30. Why don't you and Fester go and do your little lunch bunch there?
Is it going to rain today? No, it looks nice. Let's go. MJ, Ted Peters.
We've got to go to Beef and C.
We got a lot of places.
I got a lot of places I got to hit
Listen,
for Fester and MJ's secret lunch.
Ted Peters is an awesome place, especially if you have people in town who you want to take them to a pretty unique place. Take them to Ted's.
Ted Peters' famous smoked fish. They have served seafood and German potato salad at 1350 Pasadena Avenue since 1951.
Yeah, it's been here for a long time.
Wow. Let's see here. Number 6 out of 17 great Southern Living restaurants in Florida. Number 6 is the Columbia.
Ooh.
Yep. The Columbia is number 6.
All right, it deserves to be there.
Columbia restaurant, first founded by Spanish-Cuban immigrant Casimiro Hernandez Sr. in 1983 as Columbia Saloon, renamed in 1905.
1905?
The original Columbia restaurant in Ybor City on 7th, which Michelle and I were at the original Columbia for the first time about a year and a half ago.
I don't understand how
I don't know.
Such a man about town as you are. You've only been to 6 restaurants.
I had been to the Columbia in St. Armand's, so I've been to the Columbia. I just was never at the original. The Columbia has brought food in many times over the years to our radio show. I had not been to the original Ybor spot, believe it or not. In Tampa Bay for 30 years, and I hadn't been to the original Columbia, and Michelle and I finally did it a little over a year ago. And then rounding out the list of the 3 Tampa Bay area restaurants, of the top 17 restaurants in Florida, according to Southern Living, of course, Burns is number 10 on the list, which, listen, no disrespect to the Columbia, which is a great operation. Also the same family, they own Eulalie, which Eulalie is an awesome experience. I mean, the grounds are beautiful. The restaurant is gorgeous. The food is great. I had a great experience at Eulalie. But no disrespect to, Ted Peters' famous smoked fish. But I think Burns ought to be the top.
Why? Because I have to eat a $400 steak? Big deal. Give me a $20 piece of smoked fish.
I don't disagree.
Give me a Cuban sandwich and a 1905 salad.
Listen, I don't disagree that Ted Peters should be on the list. And I got to get there with you, Fester. Or the Columbia. Columbia should absolutely be on the list. But
how the hell did I get roped into being your lunch date? All
I
this?
know. I don't get that.
I'm not against it, but wow.
You boys have fun.
Yeah, and you're not reaching for your wallet during these lunches either.
There's one rule.
Yeah.
You go with MJ.
Yeah.
He pays.
Yeah, so I'm paying every single time.
He pays, all right.
Yeah, I'm paying. So
Ted
there's
Peters
the list.
is a great place. It's all smoked fish. I think it's smoked fish and like German potato salad.
Is that the same guy who owns Ted's of Beverly Hills?
This guy wants to put his fish in your mouth.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of local items and food and restaurant related, a Tampa chef won on an episode of the TV show Chopped.
Wow.
Cool.
I've never seen Chopped.
Me either.
And now, Fester, I'm sure you've seen Chopped many times,
You know
right?
what? I'm done with these reality chef shows.
There are so many of them.
It's too many. You know, when Gordon Ramsay did it and he was cursing up and down, I thought it was awesome because I generally like profanity, and I was a real big fan of Gordon Ramsay. But now there's so many of them.
Yeah, now Gordon Ramsay's I saw him doing some commercial, and Michelle went, ugh. Michelle's like, I don't like him.
Oh, you don't like me, you donkey?
So I just saw him doing a commercial. Seriously, Gordon Ramsay, some like run of the mill product, and he's doing a commercial for it.
Like sneaker inserts or something.
No. I think it was a food item. I can't remember what it was. I just saw it. Hey, Michelle, if you can remember,
you won't go away.
Michelle, if you're still listening, what commercial did we just see with Gordon Ramsay? And you kind of went, oh God.
So there's on Pluto, I think there's a Gordon Ramsay cooking channel.
Yeah.
But it's all him doing legitimate cooking and teaching and stuff.
Oh, really?
And it's actually nice to watch.
So he's not putting on the, you stupid idiot. He's not putting on the act. And
it's him in his kitchen, and he's actually talking mildly, and it's actually very interesting.
Oh, it's some fruit snack. Michelle just texted me.
Like fruit roll-ups?
Yeah, I think so.
Like Gushers?
Hold on. She's calling me on the cell phone.
Gushers.
Hang on. She's calling me on the cell phone. Hang on a minute. Let's see. Let me just buzz her up quickly. Let me see I can't remember the brand.
You guys need walkie-talkies.
Yeah.
We need the old Nextel. Did it remember those?
Does anybody still use those?
I used to have one.
Nextel walkie-talkies.
Hello.
Hey, what was the fruit snack that Gordon Ramsay's now?
I don't know. I think it's called fruit snacks. I don't know.
It's just
Those
called
Welch's
fruit snacks.
Those fruit gummy things that the kids like, and he's saying that they're like 100% fruit or something.
Welch's. Were they Welch's or something? Welch's.
Yeah, Welch's fruit snacks.
Gordon Ramsay is a sponsor for Welch's fruit snacks.
Fester just found it on Google too. All right, Michelle.
All right, goodbye.
And you don't like him too much, do you?
Well, he's just kind of obnoxious, right?
Yeah. Well, so am I. Your husband.
Chefs are.
Michelle, you have a thing
enough
for
of it by the time I get to Gordon, so I'm done.
Yeah, that's the problem.
She had enough of it before she gets to Gordon. All right, goodbye, sweetie.
Bye.
It's tough to be married to Wolfgang Schmuck.
I'm Wolfgang Schmuck. So congratulations to Zachary Davila.
Is that like Cruella de Vil? No.
Well, he was raised in Tampa.
Okay.
He did some time up in New York City in restaurants in New York. So he honed his culinary skills up in New York. And he's now back in Tampa. Zachary Davila. If anyone knows him, have him call us up right now. Hey, Zachary, you listening? Is anybody listening that knows Zachary? 800-990-1047. Give us a buzz. But this guy has come back to Tampa, and he won an episode of Chopped.
That's cool.
He found his love for food and cooking when he was 12. He used to watch his grandmother, according to Channel 28. She was creative. I remember her telling me, Zach, whatever you like, put it in. Who cares?
Ew.
So what does Zach do here in Tampa? He went to New York. He worked in New York restaurants. Just won Chopped. What channel's Chopped on? Is that on like the Food Network or?
Probably.
Sure.
Where does Chopped run? I'm not even sure. What are the guidelines? What is Chopped about? Like, how do you win it?
So I found a story from 2021 where he was the executive chef of a place called Willa.
Oh yeah, Willa.
Okay.
Yeah, Willa is like in Soho area. I've been to Willa.
Yeah, unless they have plastic forks, I don't eat there.
No, Will, and I've been there.
Yeah, so as of 2021, I found an old story where he was a chef, executive chef at Willa.
Well, now, guess what? Now he works for Catering by the Family.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big operation.
Yeah, Andrew's telling me it's Food Network. So he now works for Catering by the Family. And over the years, Catering by the Family, they did numerous catering events for, remember, our old radio station.
Yeah.
There was some relationship or there was some kind of trade deal.
Always excellent stuff.
Yeah, so they did a good job. Yeah, Catering by the Family, they've been around for years. There are 2 catering companies that I know in Tampa Bay. And one is Catering by the Family, where this guy that just won Chopped works here in Tampa Bay. On the Food Network is where he was. And then the other catering company is Amici. You've seen them already. They've been around for years as well.
Oh, yeah. They're in Oldsmar, right?
Yeah, I think they are. And I was just at an event, my gym, X-Force Body, where I work out every, Monday and Thursday. They just had their birthday celebration, and they had it catered by Amici, and the food was fantastic. Food is very, very good. So those are the 2 catering companies in town. I know of Catering by the Family and Amici, and both good. And this guy, Zakari, works for Catering by the Family.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good for him.
So, hey, congratulations on winning Chopped. But
what's the prize? What did he win?
Like
$1 million or something?
I don't think it's. I don't see that in the story. But also, I don't know what are the parameters of Chopped. How do you win that? What do you have to do? You have to
chop stuff.
Yeah.
You just chop.
No, it's probably cooking.
And is it like mystery ingredients and stuff? I forgot.
It's a cooking competition.
So do you have that slap chopper? You know, the
slap chop.
How many slap chops can you do in 30 seconds?
That would be an awesome show if you could only make things that you cut with the slap chop.
And here we go.
Slap chop, slap chop, slap chop, slap chop, slap chop.
Yeah.
So the series pits 4 chefs against each other as they compete for a chance to win a whopping $10,000.
Oh, wow. So
they have to incorporate unusual combinations of ingredients into dishes that are, then the panel of judges evaluates them.
I guess he won $10,000.
So they'll get, for example, in one episode, you get like yucca, watermelon, and tortillas. Go. And then you have to make that into something really delicious.
I have the craziest story. This is nuts. A member of a legendary singing group is suing because he was put in a straitjacket and the mental health facility did not believe he was the lead singer of the Four Tops.
I mean, it's not
Four
funny.
Tops.
He's telling him, I'm the lead singer of the Four Tops. They didn't believe him. Guess what? He was the lead singer of the Four Tops.
All right, so he's got to be 85 years old?
This is...
Oh, my gosh.
This is insane. The lead singer... This is an NBC News story. I saw this last night. The lead singer of Motown's legendary Four Tops has sued a Michigan hospital claiming racial discrimination after staff members assumed he was delusional when he said he was the lead singer for the Four Tops, and they put him in a straitjacket.
How old is this man?
Oh, my God. Now, he's not like an original. A lot of these old groups, they've had, like you look at Kool and the Gang. There's only one original member of Kool and the Gang, and that's Kool himself.
Otherwise, you'd have to change the whole name.
Everyone else is, but you have bands where, like, there are no one's original, but they still perform as that band name. So, Andrew, when did this guy join the Four Tops as the lead singer? So he's been around since 2019. So I mean,
hold on,
2019.
Okay, hold the phone.
Right.
I thought you were talking about the guy. When was the heyday?
The original lead singer of the Four Tops, I'm sure, died 20 years ago.
When was the heyday for the Four Top? Are they a 60s band?
Yeah. 1960s.
50s? I don't know.
I'm one of the
60s.
Everly Brothers.
60s, 70s,
Baby, I need your loving. That's me, damn it. Don't you hear it?
But, I mean, the Four Tops. Sugar high.
Did you say sugar high?
Sugar pie.
Sugar pie.
This is good stuff.
I mean, the Fort.
One-hit wonders.
Yeah, Andrew's saying the original lead singer of the Four Tops died in 2008.
Hey, you were close.
Levi Stubbs.
The new dude is Alexander Marr is 53. He joined, just a couple of years, 5-6 years ago.
He's 53.
Yeah.
It's not old.
He went to the Ascension Macomb Oakland Hospital in Warren, Michigan on April 7th of 2023 with clear symptoms of cardiac distress. He had difficulty breathing and chest pain. He was placed on oxygen. Federal lawsuit filed earlier this week. However, when he informed the nurse and the security guard in the emergency room that he was a member of the Four Tops and he had security concerns because of stalkers and fans, they didn't believe him.
What?
And they sent him to the psychological unit for evaluation where they put him in a straitjacket. Oh
I think I side with the hospital on this.
Oh, my God.
He has a lot of crazy fans, huh?
A guy, a 53-year-old guy walks in. Hey, I'm the lead singer of one of the biggest R&B bands from the 60s. He wasn't even born when
I know,
these
that's
guys
what's
were having
weird.
their hits.
But this story is insane.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Four Topper.
The suit accuses, it gets better. There's another element here. The suit accuses the hospital and two staffers and a nurse and a security guard of negligence, racial discrimination, battery, intentional infliction of emotional distress. It was a terrifying experience to be in the middle of a medical emergency, to be placed in restraints and have my oxygen turned off.
Ooh. How sick is this guy?
My God. Anyway.
I mean, he would have been better off saying he was like in ABBA or something.
What? Listen to this. Listen. Once, this guy's black. I don't think there were any black members of ABBA. I think they were very, very white in ABBA. All right. So.
Hence the joke.
Thank you. They finally straightened the story out, right? They finally got it straight. Listen to this. He was offered a $25 gift card to the Meijer grocery store as a compensation and apology.
Oh, sure. That'll be enough.
A hospital gives you a $25 gift card to Meijer grocery
Sorry about our mistake.
Oh, my God.
Think about how many problems that $25 gift card has made go away over the years.
Wait a sec. Wait. A hospital has gift cards to a supermarket to smooth things over. We're sorry about the wrong leg amputation. Here's a $25 gift card to Meijer grocery.
Hey, listen, one time Sweet Bay gift card was given to me by Tampa General.
This hospital apparently has problems because it was a year ago the lead singer of Kajagoogoo was in for some heart palpitations, and he said he was the lead singer of Kajagoogoo, and they didn't believe him. He was given electroshock therapy.
Man.
Are the Four Tops...
Yeah.
So the last stop on their U.S. tour, MJ, is in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Oh, the Four Tops?
On June 28th. And then September 1st, they're in the U.K. doing a European leg.
Oh, look at this.
Damn, they're tearing it up.
He ought to show up on stage in a straitjacket. Is that not a bizarre story?
Yes.
I don't know how much I fault the hospital.
That's weird. I have an update. You remember that, and this is another Michigan story, but do you remember the $842.4 million Powerball jackpot from New Year's Day? Remember we were doing stories recently that no one's come forward? What the heck? Do you remember this?
Yeah.
So for the last couple of months, we've had numerous stories on this show that on New Year's Day, a Powerball jackpot was won in Michigan for $842 million.
Like what, in Mount Morris or something?
And there was nothing. There was not a peep. And the group has come forward. A trio. 3 Michiganders have come forward. 3 members. 3 individuals that are claiming that they want to remain anonymous, because I think Michigan is one of the states where you can remain anonymous. Like here in Florida, if you win $250,000 or more, you can remain anonymous. for like 60 days. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like
I thought it was 90 days.
I'm sorry. Maybe it's 90 days.
Make
All
your
right,
escape plan.
Whatever. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. You win a $500 million Mega Millions jackpot. You want to remain anonymous so you don't get hassled and bugged. And you get to remain anonymous in Florida for 90 days or whatever the heck it is. I thought it was 60. Maybe it's not. Look it up, then, would you please? So these three people intelligently have opted to remain anonymous. Any state that offers you anonymity, and in Florida, the rationale is that we've got the sunshine laws, that everything needs to be public knowledge and in the sunshine to thwart any impropriety or any scandal or corruption. And I think I'd try to work out a way to make huge lottery winning an exception. I do like the anonymity, so you're not bugged by people. But is this audio of the lawyer speaking for? But here's the deal. The deal is the three who are not using their names.
They are known or they go by the Breakfast Club.
Yes, and when they went to lottery headquarters to claim it, they had walk-on music. We won. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is their walk-on music. Yeah. $842.4 million. Wow.
Your dad ever burned you with a cigar, man? Look at it right here, man. My favorite scene.
What was Ali Sheedy? She was like
that recluse girl.
Yeah,
with all the hair dandruff.
Oh, yeah.
She made it snow by scratching her hair.
Yeah. Oh, man.
She was hot.
Yeah. Anyway, they're remaining anonymous. This mystery ticket, they've come forward. Do you have audio?
I think this is the
is this the lawyer?
Michigan
or the Michigan lottery lady?
I don't know who this is.
Okay. Yeah, but you got to unmute it, dude.
There we go.
Here we go.
Community, especially right here at Food Castle, the very same place that on January 1st, 2024, a very lucky Michigan lottery winner purchased a Powerball ticket.
Yeah, Food Castle.
That purchase would lead to a life-changing event. It is the winning ticket for the amount of $842 million.
Wow.
God, she is so boring.
Today I'm happy to announce that the Breakfast Club Lottery Club has claimed that prize.
The morning show?
The Breakfast Club has opted for the cash lump sum option of $305 million after taxes. Today representing the Breakfast Club is attorney Mark Harder. But the Breakfast Club wasn't the only big winner that day.
Anyway, so...
I mean, can you just call yourselves anything?
Yeah.
What about the Booty Club?
Yeah.
I think the owners, how much do the owners get of Food Castle?
Food Castle is also receiving a check for selling the winning ticket for $50,000.
No, that's it?
What?
That sucks.
Wow.
Wait a minute. $842 million jackpot. And hey, the Breakfast Club is not the only winners here. The Food Castle gets 50 grand. Oh, that sucks.
I would have been like, we're called the Baby Boy Butt Bongo Connection. Something like absolutely crazy.
Come on. You should at least get $1 million for selling the winning ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 grand.
But I was wondering about this one. Did somebody forget it, throw out the ticket? Did someone wash it in their jeans?
Yeah.
But it took months. It took 6 months for this group to come forward to claim, exactly 6 months to come forward and claim their $842 million. $305 million is going to be the lump sum after taxes. That means if it's a trio, they're going to get $100 million apiece. Look at that. All right, I want to know if this is. I don't believe this. Did you see the story about a B-list, C-list, D-list celebrity flushing a 5-carat diamond ring down the toilet?
I missed that.
Have you seen this?
No.
All right, a somewhat very minor. This woman was attached to a very creepy story, and she has allegedly flushed a 5-carat diamond, an engagement ring, down the toilet because she wants to be done with the guy. All right, let's explore this when we get back, all right? Also, we got a really bad DoorDash story. We'll get to that coming up in just a bit. We've got a baby name controversy. You're not going to believe what people are doing with baby names now.
Yeah, no, I saw that. That's a good idea.
All right. That's obnoxious. Come on. All right. That and a whole lot more is going to be next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105, please stand by. Another long chunk of the MJ Morning Show is on the way. Q105, and of course, Q105 is 104.7 FM on your dial. Guys, hurry up in. I don't know if any of you guys know this. Andrew just informed me that Zachary Davila, the local dude that won Chopped on one of the episodes, he just phoned in. Remember I said, hey, if anyone knows Zachary, have him call in.
Wow.
Hey, Zachary, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
Good. Glad to be here, man. Glad to be here.
Congrats. All right. So congratulations. I saw the story from ABC Action News that you won an episode of Chopped. So that brought you, what, 10 grand?
Yeah, little bit of change.
Oh, that's awesome. What were your ingredients?
Well, first of all, do me a favor. Explain Chopped to the audience. What is the premise of the show? What's the competition? How do you win? What do you have to do?
So the premise of the show, you're against 3 other chefs. So there's 4 chefs all day. There's 3 different rounds. The first round's an appetizer round. Second round's an entree round. Third round's a dessert round. Each round you get a basket with 4 ingredients. All 4 ingredients are random and some kind of like 1 or 2 that are really wacky in the basket.
Cool.
What were the really wacky ones in your basket?
Man, the first round I had a vanilla milkshake for an appetizer round. Wasn't too wacky, but and there was also a spicy, I think it was spicy Cheeto mac and cheese.
Oh, wow.
In that same basket.
Yeah.
There was a candied pickle in the second round, which is a pickle wrapped in fruit roll-up and like dipped in hard candy.
That sounds like some nut job, Florida
Fair
State
food.
fair food. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much what that was. There was like a box of rice-a-roni, Mexican rice-a-roni or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where did you go to tape this? Where are their studios and kitchen?
So it was in Brooklyn, New York, where I spent, 9 years of my career at.
So when I did the story earlier and we mentioned you, and who told you we were talking about you?
Christina, one of the people I work with at Catering by the Family.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah. We'll talk about Catering by the Family in just a second. So you were born and raised here in Tampa, is that correct?
I was raised in Tampa since I was 2 years old.
Gotcha. So you remember the old MJ and BJ and the MJ Morning Show, right?
Oh, yeah. My dad used to listen to it all the time. Froggy, I think, was on it. And stuff like that. Yeah.
Froggy, say hi. There's Froggy right here.
Still here.
Yeah. I was little, man. I was in the back seat. My dad was listening.
Zachary, how old are you now?
I'm 32.
Wow, you're just a
You're
youngster.
a young pup, huh?
All right, so where did you work in New York for 9 years? Where were you working in New York?
I worked all around. I went to culinary school up there, French Culinary Institute, and then I worked under Tom Colicchio for 5 years.
Oh, sure. I ate it. Michelle and I, my wife, we've been to numerous Colicchio restaurants in New York.
Yeah, so I was with him for 5 years. This place called River Park.
Yep.
After that, I was with Tao Group. And then a company called La Pecora Bianca, Italian concepts up there. Worked with them, and then COVID hit. Things got weird.
Yep.
I got over the city. I got older. I was like, time to come home and be with my family.
Tell you what, you got some serious New York culinary chops, and now you're at Catering by the Family. And I don't know if you know the history or if anyone mentioned anything to you, but for many years, when we were over at the other radio station and the other company, Catering by the Family did numerous events over the years. So I'm, very familiar with Catering by the Family. And when I saw that, I'm like, you got a great chef working for this catering operation. So, hey, listen, congratulations. Zachary Davila works as a chef at Catering by the Family and has just won an episode of Chopped, won 10 grand. And when does it air?
It actually already aired on April 23rd, but you can catch it on HBO Max.
Oh, okay. What? Because I want to go back and look. So I have Max. What episode? How do I find your episode?
It's Chopped. I think it's like you can just search Chopped, and then it's season 58, which is insane.
Yeah, season 58.
Yeah, season 58.
Yeah, the show started in 1966.
Yeah.
Have you ever been nominated for a James, what is it, Mustache Award?
No, it's James Beard.
Oh, James Beard?
That's the next thing coming with catering by the family. Me and Steve are going to make that happen.
There you go, James
That
Beard
James
Award.
sideburn.
That's what you need right there. All right, so season 58, and then what episode?
It's like the first episode on there. It says 13, but it's 1. But I think it's episode 13 from. I don't know. Their numbers are weird, man.
Okay.
But it's you'll see it. The episode's called Mac and Cheesy Easy Breezy.
Oh, there we go. Mac and Cheesy Easy Breezy.
It's cute.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go watch you, buddy. Hey, congratulations. And hey,
hold on. Do you do private catering?
Of course they do.
No. Does he do? Does he do it?
We do.
Do you do like private like chef work?
Yeah, I mean, I can.
MJ, why don't you hire this
during
guy?
the busy season, you got to go through catering by the family.
No,
You know what?
Why don't you hire him and have us over?
I'll tell you what. Why don't we have him come in with an omelet station one morning?
No, that isn't an omelet station.
Steve Harvey Omelet Station?
Do you-
Hell
do you-
yeah.
Do you remember that story?
Of course I do. I was there.
That was. Did we ever tell that story on the air?
What?
Did we ever tell
must
the?
have.
I don't remember.
Did we ever tell the? Oh, that's hysterical.
Steve Harvey coming in treated like a king.
Oh, hey, listen to this, Zakari. So when we were at the other radio, when we were at Clear Channel and iHeart over on Gandy, we were there for years. Now we're with Beasley Media Group here on 104.7. Steve Harvey was brought in as the syndicated morning show for the beat, I think. Yeah. So he's brought in, and they had a whole contract and rider and demands for Steve Harvey coming into town to do his morning show live right down the hall from the MJ Morning Show studios. And we got a hold of the contract writer, and one of the demands was that he must have an omelet station and a chef set up at the radio station.
That's awesome.
So we saw this, and then we said, you know what? We're going to have a better omelet station. So the same morning, we had some chef. Who was it?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we had
I thought it was your friend.
Yeah, I can't remember who.
Massimo?
Massimo.
Oh, that's right, Massimo.
Yeah, he did it.
That's right, Massimo from Massimo. Massimo's is a great Italian restaurant up in Palm Harbor. And Massimo is a great Italian chef. Massimo, that's
He's
right.
a great omelet maker.
Massimo brought in a whole omelet station and blew Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey came down to our omelet station.
Now that's an omelet station. Dang.
That's funny.
All right. Hey, listen, have a great day, and thanks for checking in, and say hi to everyone at Catering by the Family. And
You too.
all right, buddy. We'll see you soon, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you so
All
much.
right, you bet. Bye-bye.
Congratulations.
There we go.
That's cool.
We should make him bring
the
some
omelet
omelets.
station.
I remember that. I can still taste those. Those were good.
Yeah. Well, Massimo's a hell of a chef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen my favorite food show?
Guess what? We got Pat George taking Kraft slices and melting them on a
Hey.
tortilla in the microwave.
Don't knock it. That'll get you through a
He'll
crazy
put some
workday.
mayonnaise on it if you ask.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the TV show Is It Cake?
No.
Yeah.
You know what? I've heard of it. I might have seen it.
Yeah, it's
You know what?
And my manatee cake made me think about it.
Yeah.
more
You know,
recently,
you know what? I stumbled across that a while ago.
It's an amazing show.
Right.
Anyway, it has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but
So why are you bringing it up?
Yeah, good job. dude.
Anyway,
What the hell are you doing?
Well, because I low key wanted to find out if the cake girl would be interested in like going on that show.
I'm sure she's been approached. All right, moving along. The name Courtney Stodden. Do you remember that name?
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
She,
Wasn't she the one that was married?
Yeah.
Green Mile guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was like
Yeah.
16
She
or
was like
something?
16 years old and married this 50-something-year-old guy. Remember that?
How is that allowed?
And he was like,
I don't know how that
in that state you could get married at
Okay.
16.
It was very wrong.
But there was like a 30-year age difference
Yeah.
or 35-year age difference.
So,
Which is okay when they're, older than 18.
70 and 40.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
like when Roxanne was dating a 60-year-old.
Courtney Stodden did not last long with the 50-something-year-old guy. She married actor Doug Hutchinson, or I'm sorry, no N. She married actor Doug Hutchison back in 2011. She was 16. They were married for like 9 years. They divorced in 2020. He was like, what, 55 or something?
I can't believe they were married that long.
She was 16 years old.
16 and 51.
He was 51 years old. Just ridiculous. 16 and 51. Give me a break.
Yeah.
So she's been around, since she was hooked up with someone else. And she was engaged to a dude named Chris Sheng. This guy's an Asian guy. And he gave her a 5-carat diamond engagement ring. And now there's video of her recording herself declaring that she's doing some spring cleaning, according to TMZ, around her home out in Brentwood, which is, L.A., Brentwood area in California. In between, Hollywood and Beverly Hills, you've got Brentwood. It's where OJ's place was.
Yep.
And when I worked at Pirate Radio in Los Angeles, that's where Scott Shannon's mansion was in Brentwood, right on San Vicente. All right, now, she goes to her home jewelry box, says she's going to do some spring cleaning, goes in and grabs this 5-carat engagement ring, holds it over the toilet. She's done with this guy, drops it in the toilet, and says, I guess diamonds aren't always a girl's best friend after all. Drops the alleged 5-carat diamond in the toilet and then flushes it. All right, the first thing I'm thinking of is this is just some kind of a CZ or some kind of a replica that, why, even if you broke up with Chris Sheng, why would you flush a 5-carat? It's like a cushion cut or whatever. Why would you flush that down the toilet? Well, just sell the freaking diamond. Go trade it in.
Yeah.
Go grab. So I'm
not buying it.
Yeah, I'm kind of calling a little BS on the story. I'm sure plenty of morning shows or others are, oh my God, she flushed the 3. I don't believe for a minute. I'm guessing that this is some kind of stunt ring, worth virtually nothing that she dropped in the turlet and flushed. Is what I'm guessing.
For views.
Again, exactly right. Everyone's trying to get views. Everyone's trying to be an influencer these days.
Including someone in this room.
on shopping carts that don't belong to them.
God, anyway. So she called her engagement off. They were together for years. And called the engagement off, and then she's allegedly flushing the ring down the toilet. I'm calling BS shenanigans on that. I don't believe that for just a second. Anyway, is that her? Are you looking at her?
I don't know. I thought she was blonde, but
yeah, she used to be. Yeah, now she's a brunette. So that's her Instagram.
Okay.
And she clearly had a massive fake boob job put in too, because look at her boobs. Her boobs are like a 34 triple F.
Her waist is small and her curves are kicking. Wow.
Yeah. That is a gigantic boob job that she has right there.
I'm thinking about sticking.
There's no other way to describe it. Fester, go down.
Yeah,
what are you? Her waist is small and
her curves are kicking. I never thought to.
Hold on, where did you come up with that slogan?
That is borrowed from the amazing song "Baby Got Back" by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
of course.
Her waist is small and her curves are kicking.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about sticking.
Well, I didn't say that part.
But that's the whole stanza.
Yeah, she used to be blonde.
I'm not doing that.
She used to be blonde. Now she's brunette. I got to be honest. She's attractive.
Yeah, she looks better now than she used to.
You're 100% right. So
look at her waist.
She looks.
Go down, Fester. There, look at the green.
Yeah, we get it.
She looks pretty normal.
So she was 16 in 2011. So 13 years later,
she's 29 now.
29 years old. Yeah, and
Good for her.
And she actually is. Her face is pretty. She's but I don't believe for a minute that she flushed a 5-carat real diamond ring down the turlet.
That's her right there, that brunette girl?
Yeah, they're all her on her Instagram.
It's her Instagram.
Let's see her feet.
Okay.
All right, Froggy, it's not.
They're there.
That's just creepy.
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't see the toesies.
All right, listen to this. A mother gets a Venmo request from a teacher. It turns out the mother's kid is a little terror, and the teacher claims that he broke $370 worth of her stuff in the classroom. So the teacher sends the mother a Venmo request to pay for the $370 worth of stuff that your kid broke of mine.
Yeah, the teachers pay for a lot of their own stuff.
Oh.
In high school, I broke a big window. I had to pay $1,200 for it out of my own pocket.
At Tampa Catholic?
Well, I went through it in a fight with Frank.
Hold on. You got thrown through a window at Tampa Catholic?
Thankfully, it was the first floor, but yes.
What are you
And we got in
really?
trouble, and the only way I was able to not get expelled was to pay for it myself.
Wait, so he threw you like a rag doll into the window?
Oh, sort of like a hip toss.
I mean, they were wrestling and
wrestling. We
joking
sort of
around.
both went through it. I cut myself. It was fun.
Dude, you could have been cut to ribbons.
Go Crusaders.
Yeah. And that was the time that, what's his name?
Oh, yeah, Channing Tatum was in that class.
Channing. Oh, that would have been much better if it was Channing Tatum that threw you through the glass
I would
window.
have thrown him off the second story of the window.
Wow. So what do you think about a teacher sending a mother a bill?
Sounds like the kid deserved it.
Yeah, I mean,
mother
what did
deserved it.
How much stuff? 300. I mean, if I think of a classroom, would he break the hokey like vacuum cleaner?
Mother shows on video a $370 Venmo request that she got for materials that her son allegedly damaged or broke during the school year.
I mean, I'd like to see an itemized list of all these items.
Mm-hmm.
I feel really bad for teachers who have to fork over so much of their own money just
And
to
that
function a classroom.
happens all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that happens all over Florida, happens in the Tampa Bay area. That shouldn't happen. You hear about teachers that are spending thousands of dollars of their own money for supplies for these kids.
That's why you have to give teachers good gifts when it's like Teacher Appreciation Week and
give them a stack of cash.
Yeah, exactly.
I cash the teachers out at the end of the year.
Give them, give her like cash envelopes, like in the wedding scene in Goodfellas. That's what you ought to do. Give them rolls of hundreds. That's what you ought to do.
We just gave them 100, not rolls of hundreds.
We've got a little baby name controversy here. People are staking claim to baby names even before they're pregnant. So they're telling their friends, their relatives, these are my names. Don't think of touching these names.
Yeah, tough luck. It's like, whoever gets to the baby finish line first gets the right to name the kid whatever they want.
But this is turning into quite a discussion on Reddit. Yeah, there was a future dad complained about this, that they've got friends that are laying down the list of off or out of bounds names that they can't use because they're laying claim to these names in their friend group before anyone else. And, you tend to have people that are around the same age and, they might be also in the procreation stage of their lives of having kids. But this is a new thing where you've got a friend group, 5, 6, 7 friends, and, they're all in that somewhat age and they're going to be trying to have kids. And you got folks now that are in this friend group that are saying, yep, here's my list of names. These are off limits. You can't use these names. And this guy says it's out of control.
My dad had 2 best friends, like in his 20s. And between my dad and his 2 best friends, there are 2 Roxannes and 2 Angelas. In other words, none of the guys could come up with original names. They would just borrow their friends' names. Like my dad got to name my sister. He named her Angela because his best friend Sam had a daughter named Angela. Angela, yeah.
There you have it.
And
So
there's
in
another
other words,
Roxanne?
yeah, there's another Roxanne. His friend Tom named his daughter Roxanne. So yeah, Tom
And
named. Yep.
Where is this other Roxanne today? Is she doing a radio show?
No, she's not doing a radio show. I would think I would know that if she was, but I'm sure she's doing great. Yeah.
You don't know where she
are
is?
you
You don't know what
sure?
she does?
Well, my stepmom keeps up with her parents, so I'll have to find out what she's doing. Yeah.
I think we ought to get that Roxanne on the show.
Okay.
Is she on meth
Yeah.
or anything? Or does she
No.
has like life not just worked out for her?
No, I'm sure she's doing great.
Oh, that'd
but
be
we
the other
did.
Roxanne.
We did.
Oh.
Oh, but you know what's funny about little Roxanne? Because she was little Roxanne. I was like 4 years older than her. And when the first time we hung out, she was like, "Hey, does your dad like to go to Joe Dugan's and drink Jack Daniels too?" I said, "Yes, he does."
Well, there you
Who
have it.
doesn't?
All right.
Remember that bar?
When I don't.
Joe Dugan.
You don't remember that?
Where was Joe Dugan's?
Off Olmerton, I think.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't frequent Joe Dugan's on
Years ago.
Olmerton.
I was a kid.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, MJ doesn't really know the Ulmerton Road bar scene in
Yeah.
1979.
Yeah, sorry. 921. 921 at the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Hey, did you see Oprah? It was hospitalized. So, yeah, a little Oprah's got some issues. Well, maybe some Ozempic side effects or something. All right. So, no, seriously. Well, could be. Oprah hospitalized. We'll give you that story in just a bit. We got a pretty dastardly DoorDash story we got to get to. Also, video has been released of an out-of-control plane passenger being removed by the cops at the airport. And you're not going to believe what is now turned up on the newly released video. We'll get to that coming up. We've got audio. That and more in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show next. Here on Q105, I implore you to stand by. 9:29 at the MJ Morning Show, and this is the world-famous final segment of the MJ Morning Show, and it's killer. We don't jam it with filler and all the leftover crap, nope. Also, good news. I've just been informed that Hal Herman will be stopping by with Hal Herman headlines tomorrow. Yep. I'm thinking about using this for Hal Herman. What do you think? I mean, I'm looking for the cheesiest 1980s, music possible.
I don't know. It doesn't punch like the other one does.
That one?
Big horns.
Yeah, I like the big horns.
But any way you slice it, whatever the hell the music accompaniment is going to be, Hal Herman headlines tomorrow on the MJ Morning Show. Oh, here's Froggy. Froggy.
I'm not here.
What?
I'm not
What?
Another interview.
What?
He's doing another interview.
Yeah, Hal Herman.
He's trying to get a gig.
Hal Herman headlines tomorrow, right here.
No, wait.
And I got someone complaining that we do Hal Herman too late.
We do it too much, is what we do.
No, we don't. Once a week, Hal Herman headlines.
Not that much news happens.
That's not. What are you talking about?
There's only so many Taylor Swift duty stories he could do.
Why did you do Hunter Biden crack stories?
Great, I'll do 5.
Honestly, the crazy thing is Hal's stories won't top the reality of those stories.
Tell you what, we've got some crazy stuff going on. We've got some crazy crap. Anyway, so let me just do a search here because I have a guy that just ticked off. Hal Herman. Let's see if I can find the email. I got an email.
You do about, 7:50 or so, right? It's 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Here we go. I found it. From Mike Benton. Mike Benton sent me an email, and this was June 6th. So it's only,
a couple days ago.
6 days ago. Mike Benton writes, MJ, why would you so viciously taunt us with a Hal Herman visit at 7:55 when the majority of your listeners are pulling up to work then to be on time at 8 a.m.? Mind you that most employees cannot listen after 8. That's just mean. I demand an earlier visit by Hal so we, the weary traveling workers, can get actual truthful news. Good day, sir.
I love how he's demanding it.
What a writer.
Signed Mike B, as in Mike Benton.
Mike B, why don't you take a chillax? People get to work at 9, not 8.
How about we do 7:40 tomorrow?
Oh, 10 minutes early.
Ladies and gentlemen, in order to appease complainiac Mike B, we will have Hal Herman headlines at 7:40 tomorrow morning right here on the MJ
All
Morning Show.
stories written by Fester.
Oh, you want a funny segment?
A Fester edition.
No,
Listen.
a Hal Herman edition.
But I want Fester to write Hal's jokes.
Hal uses some ostwriters he has in the past.
Ghostwriters.
I've submitted several stories of which Hal used none.
Well,
I've submitted stories too, and
Hal Herman headline 7:40 tomorrow right here on the MJ Morning Show. We have some audio of this plane incident. A drunk plane passenger. This was on a Frontier Airlines flight, and this happened some time ago. But for whatever reason, the video is just coming out, I guess, during the court proceedings. So the video is now available. This actually happened. I give you the story. Intoxicated woman offered cops sexual favors as they were ripping her off of a Frontier Airlines flight for being blast-ass drunk. Samantha was filmed as she was being hauled off the airplane in front of her mother, who looked to be mortified. This was at the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, and the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport police were called to a drunken, disorderly passenger on December 1st of last year. So this is December 1st of 2023. But because of the legal proceedings, the video, the body cam footage from the cops has now been released. And the video, the video starts as the police are getting ready to board the aircraft, and the woman is like totally passed out and slumped in the airplane seat next to her mother, and they have flexi cuffs on her. So they cuffed her in midair because of the original issue, which happened up at altitude. Frontier, but Frontier has all the animals on the tail.
Yeah.
And you got like, Willie the Walrus, and, they all have like different names. Sparky the Shih Tzu. I don't know.
I don't want to be on that flight.
Right, Sparky the Shih Tzu. So they got different names. So this woman's on Frontier. They landed DFW. She caused a disturbance on the flight. They've got her flexi cuffed. Those nylon handcuffs.
Blanco the polar bear.
Yeah. Look at these. All the
these are just the land animals.
Yeah, Al the Roadrunner, Blanco the polar bear, Buck the pronghorn, Buttercup the Utah prairie dog.
Stupid.
Cactus the coyote, Chew the pika. When you're at Tampa International and you've got Frontier planes on the ground, and if you're making the turn where red pickup and red baggage is, if you're making the turn and as you're passing that area, you can look off to the right, and that's where the Frontier gates are, and you can see the Frontier planes parked at the gate, and you can see whatever animals are on. Anyway, so the footage has since come out of this drunk woman offering the cops sexual favors to get out of the arrest and predicament.
And the cops are like, too many cameras are rolling. I have to pass.
Unbelievable. You ready to hear some of this?
Yeah.
All right, here's the removal. This is them trying to get her off the airplane at DFW back in December.
Hey, we gotta help you up, okay? So, who are you to her?
I'm her mom.
Her mom, okay. So I don't know how the best way to do it is. So if she, yeah, if you can. All right. Work it everywhere. Here, watch. No. Step out of the way. And I'm gonna try to get her up, okay? Yes. All right, ma'am. We're gonna try to help you up, okay? So come on up. Step up.
She's so drunk she's in pain trying to lift her up.
Sounds like she's in the middle of a sexual fight.
All right, now here, listen to this.
You're cute. So Mom, I really feel like I'm being like raped right now. Okay. Your my mouth.
Oh, your bleep, my mouth is what she said to the cop taking her off the airplane.
Needs to be Fester's pickup line.
I mean, What'd you say?
That's a closing line.
That used to be Fester's line.
Yeah.
I mean, I met a lot of nice guys that way.
Oh my God! I mean,
Well, she's out of it.
this woman is unfreaking believable. And well, let me play a little bit more of the cut. Listen.
You're cute.
Tell the cut. You're cute.
You're cute.
Tell the cut. You're cute.
So, Mom, I really feel like I'm being like raped right now. Okay. Your my mouth. Forever.
Forever.
I don't know, that's gonna hurt.
Oh my
Forever.
God.
I mean,
Could be some chafing there.
I mean, forever. I got things to do.
I mean, how am I going to shower?
I mean,
might need some ointment or something.
That's not fair. How is that not? How is that fair? I love you, and if you actually want to have with me, you can let go of this and kiss me.
If you want to.
Oh, wow.
It's like Busty Cops.
listen. Hey, police officer.
Oh my God, please put your in my mouth right now.
Hey, Andrew, that was a really bad edit. That's a really shy edit there.
No, your brain was hearing things.
I guess it was.
Yeah, your brain was hearing things. That was bleeped. Wow.
Wow.
She's a blunt one.
That's called intoxicated on Frontier Airlines.
I mean, she lost me with the forever.
I wonder what livery she was on. I wonder, was it Frederick the Bald Eagle?
Maybe. Mm-hmm. They got a bunch. What do you want to see? These are the birds, by the way.
Yeah.
Flo the flamingo. What is this? Otto the owl.
Oh, look, it's Carl the cockatiel. Yeah. All right. Anyway, that's called inebriated, folks. That's terrible. Now, I don't understand this, but I'm going to tell you, this is offensive. This is foul. I don't know if we have the whole story here. I know that the DoorDash driver, what are you laughing at?
That cockatiel line was really funny. I'm just saying.
Thanks for letting me know.
I'm just still smirking. I'm smirking over it still.
Right.
And, you called me on it. So
yeah, all right.
Good stuff, man.
So a DoorDash delivery driver has been fired. The delivery driver dropped off DoorDash food at the door. It was captured, recorded by their Ring doorbell. And I don't know what precipitated this, but the driver... Well, here's the audio. And this is just a terrible story. I'm glad the guy was fired, but he drops off the food at the people's house.
Here's your food.
Okay. And then calls them here's your food, and then the N-word. What is wrong with this guy?
Play it again.
It's awful.
Here's your food.
Okay, that's awful.
All right.
Okay, that's a terrible.
I mean, what? Here's your food, then the N-word, drops the food on Christina Derica's porch.
Did you throw it?
Who then demanded that DoorDash fire the guy. And, well, guess what? DoorDash has since notified her that he is no longer able to deliver for DoorDash, and he's been booted from the app. Well, yeah.
They get in a fight or something before?
I don't know. And then you can see him on the DoorDash. He steps back, takes a photo. They do the confirmation photo.
Yeah.
Like FedEx and UPS and like Amazon, they'll take the photo to prove the package was dropped off.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes the photo that, it's been delivered, and then he says, here's your food, and then the N-word, as you just heard. I mean, what is wrong with this guy?
Here's your food.
What precipitated this?
That's not a good guy.
No.
No.
All right.
I think we all agree on this one.
We're horrified and appalled by this. Make no mistake, we have absolutely zero tolerance for this racism, according to Julian Crowley, who is a DoorDash spokesperson. Gave a statement to the Post on this. This horrific incident violates both our policies and what we believe in. We have deactivated this Dasher account and reached out to the customer to offer our support. Derica, the woman, confirmed that the company reached out to her, removed the guy from the platform. The representative also said that DoorDash would be ready to assist law enforcement if Derica chooses to report the hateful incident to the police.
Okay.
Good.
She says, I still have no idea who that man is, but thank you. So it would seem to me that there was no prior...
No running.
Right.
No engagement, no issue. So why would this guy... How would he even know if the house he's delivering to has black occupants? How would he even know? She is black, but how the hell... How would he know that?
I don't know. Okay.
I don't get it. I don't, but I mean, just some people are just absolutely foul. Hey, Fester, type this in. You got to say this.
Doesn't involve Door Dashers.
Type in tractor trailer.
All right, you got me.
Type in. Oh, you like that?
Yes.
Type in any. You had me a tractor trailer.
Tractor trailer. What is it doing?
Oh, you had me a tractor trailer.
What's it doing?
Tractor trailer. Now type in AutoZone.
Okay. All right, I'm here.
Crash.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah. This has all of Fester's hot buttons.
Tractor trailer crashes into AutoZone.
Yeah.
North, is that Versailles?
Yeah. Take a look at this. All right.
It's amazing.
This is amazing.
Oh my gosh.
This is in
Pennsylvania.
Versailles, North Versailles, Pennsylvania. And this is, I got to watch the commercial here.
It's all right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This
happened yesterday.
Yeah. This is fresh. This is totally fresh.
Oh wow, that's great.
I thought you said this was amazing. So I haven't even seen it yet.
Well, I saw the still image of it, and then it went to this commercial. Now it's locked up because
no. Yeah, a tractor trailer drove right through AutoZone.
Oh, look at that!
right through the gray and white and red striped cinder block wall. The whole freaking front of the truck just punched through the You know what the jingle says, right?
Get in the zone,
AutoZone. He got in the zone.
Isn't AutoZone here? Or is that somewhere else?
AutoZone's nationwide.
Yeah.
They're in every
No, I'm
town.
saying, is it the headquarters here?
I think you know what?
I want to say there's a distribution facility somewhere.
I think it was
I-4.
AutoZone. No, my buddy Mr. Kim. Remember Mr. Kim from Kim's Landscaping and Nursery, and Mr. Kim. Remember he did our Survivor Islands. Remember he did all of the amazing shrubbery and trees for Survivor Island years ago, and Mr. Kim introduced me to this woman who was a big fan, big listener, and I think it was her husband. They lived out in, I want to say Lakeland or something, but I thought it was the woman I got introduced to that her husband was the founder of AutoZone.
So they are based out of
Memphis, Tennessee.
And there's distribution centers. There's two of them on I-4.
Yeah, there's a massive AutoZone that right before you get to like the Polk Parkway, isn't that AutoZone over there? Huge warehouse.
I just closed my eyes.
But truck right through this AutoZone. And really, I only did the story to do the joke about get in the zone, AutoZone. That when I took it quite literally, get in the AutoZone.
He didn't get in enough.
Punch right through.
It's really just the hood of the truck.
Yeah.
And then to finalize the show today, we've got Oprah Winfrey and apparently Gayle King. Is Gayle King the official spokesperson of Oprah? I mean, it's like it's kind of like Doug following Derek Jeter around. Don't no,
come on.
I'm just saying.
That's not a good analogy.
No, you don't think
It's really
so?
not,
No,
it's really not a good analogy at all.
But it just feels like Gayle King is like.
If Oprah wants to go golfing, who does she call?
Gayle and Oprah's relationship is not. I wouldn't compare that one.
There are rumors about Gayle and Oprah which wouldn't apply to your two guys.
Well, but Gayle King had to tell the world that Oprah was hospitalized with a very, very, very serious stomach flu.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's Stedman doing?
Yeah, why didn't Stedman break the news?
Yeah, what's going on?
That guy's still around?
You want to know something crazy? While you mentioned Oprah, I went to Stedman's Wikipedia.
He's been sucking off that teat for a long time.
Since 1986.
I don't think he has.
What?
Actually, I don't know.
You're saying he's a mustache?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, so Oprah Winfrey's been hospitalized. Gayle King said it was a very, very serious thing. Winfrey was supposed to stop by CBS Mornings earlier this week, but skipped out because she was not feeling well. And then Gayle King revealed that she has some kind of stomach flu, very serious. Gayle King said it was coming out of both ends on Oprah.
No. What?
I'll shut this music down right now.
What kind of friend is that?
I am not making this up. Quote, Gayle, hey, is there, hurry up. Is this audio out there? See if you can find this audio. If audio's out there, we can't end the show until we find it.
No.
You get an end. Right. You get an end.
So Gayle King says, quote, of Oprah, she had some kind of a stomach flu. Stuff was coming out of both ends. That is a quote. I have an image now of. Is this it?
This might be.
Is it?
So it was a very serious thing.
Whoa.
So it had to be. I hope
she's okay. Yeah.
She will be okay.
Good,
she will be okay. I hope she's not mad at me for sharing that detail.
All right, go back.
Okay,
We might have missed
it.
it. Hang on. Go ahead. All right, you're just muted. Unmute. Go back.
Stomach flu where stuff was coming out of both ends. I won't
Right
get
there.
too
Look at
graphic.
that. Look at that.
And look, the one guy covers his mouth. He's like,
Rewind
This is on CBS Mornings. What, yesterday? Yesterday.
Stomach flu where stuff was coming out of both ends. I won't get too graphic.
You already did.
You just did, Gayle King.
We don't want to put your that.
She had some kind of stomach flu where stuff was coming out of both ends. I won't get too graphic. But needless to say, she ended up in the hospital.
Gayle, get me a bucket. She's fetching her all kinds of stuff.
Stedman, 4 bananas.
Want you, South Park.
Oh my God! All right, let's do the Cyndi Lauper tickets. Hey, where's my Cyndi Lauper sound effect? Did you take that down?
Just the.
All right, hang on a minute.
You
Where's
have it?
I? 1, 2, 3. I don't see it. Where's I? Yeah, I'm on page 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's Doritos. It's not there. Where's my Cyndi Lauper sound? It's not on here. All right. Anyway, I got to give away Cyndi Lauper tickets right now. Cyndi Lauper, Girls Just Want to Have Fun tour is going to be November 6th at Amalie Arena. Would you like to go see Cyndi Lauper? I got a pair of tickets for you. There it is.
There you go. 6 down.
Yeah.
Column 1, 6 down.
Yeah.
Thanks, Andrew.
Said column 3. All right. So there it is. Caller number 30. If you're caller 30 right now, 800-990-1047, you're going to see Cyndi Lauper at Amalie Arena on the farewell tour. And now that we've had things coming out of both ends with Oprah Winfrey, now we can call it a show. Now we're done. Folks, have a great day. I'm MJ at MJMorningshow.com if you want to send me an email. My Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. The show Instagram is MJ Morning Show. Give us a follow in both places. We'll see you tomorrow for the Thursday show. Hal Herman headlines tomorrow morning at 7:40. And let's be careful out there.
When your AC stops working, you need it working